going to bust that one out. None.
Not yet.
All right.
They made it very clear that she died.
We should be live.
All right. Well, on that note, I want to say I'm Owen and Brew Truther. I don't think they died. I think they faked their deaths.
You think their bodies were replaced? Like, whose bodies were those?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. I mean, they're burned beyond recognition. How do you really know?
To be fair, like, it's hard to get a body on Tatooine anywhere. Like, that's a lot to say that they dragged some random bodies out there.
No, I absolutely disagree with you. They've made it very clear that you can go to any bar and just kill people. So finding bodies was probably not an issue.
I think what we're not taking into account is they were just skeletons. There's no meat, there's no skin, anything. And Luke wasn't gone for very long. It seems a little suspect.
Did the we hear Gerald. We're gonna add him in a second. Did the stormtroopers put those bodies there? Who put them there?
So there's a fun theory that it's actually all Obi-Wan. He's just setting it up. It's a setup. He sets up killing all the Jawas, the Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen murders. Like, all of it is Obi-Wan to try and get Luke to be on this damned mission.
All right. So, does anyone... Okay, it looks like everyone can hear us, right? Billiam Fancy Sons, Unforgivable.
Mm-hmm.
We're not missing any audio?
Is Gerald
say something
talk?
beautiful. Say something we can hear.
For a month to dwell in a dungeon cell is a poor lookout for a soldier scout.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Gerald.
Yeah, before we started doing the stream, we would record a podcast, and to sync, we all said Gerald and then clapped.
Are we live right now?
I believe we are live right now.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, hey.
We just lost four. We just lost 4 viewers.
We really did.
All right, I think we can kick it off now that we got our buddy on.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can get going. Hey, first of all, sorry for the delayed stream today. That was my fault. I had to deal with some house stuff. We're moving, and we actually, when we got to the house, found out that some little kids had broken in and thrown toilet paper around and stuff. It was definitely annoying, but not super malicious.
Your house was christened by the kids.
Spencer, this is awkward. I left some toilet paper for you in the house. I didn't know where you wanted it. I just kind of, you know what?
Hey, I mean, you thought a whole roll in each toilet and then some just all over the floor was the right call. You nailed it, man.
Ah, what a relief.
Yeah. So, anyways, welcome to session 15 of Blasters and Bastards. Welcome back, bastards. This week, I'd like to know your names, character names, species, class, and you all leveled up. So tell me one ability you all gained at level 5 and how your character learned it. We'll go clockwise.
All right. Introducing for the very first time, Blair Drusla, the Gand. He's an operative level 5 acquisition specialist, and his new ability that he got is Uncanny Dodge. So as a reaction, I can choose to take half damage from an attack that I see coming.
Nice. I am Sergio, and I'm playing Jeter, the geriatric clone trooper. He's a Deadeye scout, and he is now level 5 too. All he gains is an extra attack. The way I justify this extra attack is actually Jeter had it all along. He just really didn't care, honestly, whether he lived or died. But he's starting to like the other bastards, and so he's gonna try a little bit harder. So that he's gonna start using the extra attack that he has.
Oh, is that me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm just such a mess today. I am I'm Gerald. I'm playing the Kemmergin. He's a level 5 berserker who also got an extra attack. And I guess for those of you who haven't watched, the Kemmergin is a psychotic death rabbit, also known as a Kushiban. And I guess the reason why they've been holding the extra attack is that the voices didn't tell him it was time to attack. So that's what I'm going to go with. That's my story.
Hi there, my name is Bergen Johnson, possibly the universe's greatest lover, and I play F1. F1 is an astrotech engineer, level 5 now, a droid, decommissioned medical droid. What F1 got this last level up is the ability to regain tech points or spell slots on a short or long rest. And similar to Jeter, I think F1 was in low power mode up until recently, so they found that, flipped it, and now they regain their slots on rests.
Real convenient. We find that we had these power-ups all along after fighting Darth Jar Jar.
We were all
Real
just
goddamn
taking it
convenient.
easy. Yeah, we were taking it easy. You haven't seen my true power level.
My power level now is over 9,000, so we're all good there.
Hot damn.
Alright.
That's you're bringing out a deep cut on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm your GM, Spencer Adelstein.
Spencer, I put
And,
under your name it says JM for Jedi Master, so
I'm Jedi Master
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
I really wanted to be a Sith Master, but
Well-
I'm okay with being the Jedi Master.
You're on
SM
the
is a
council.
little weird.
Spencer, you're on the council, but we don't grant you the rank of master.
What? This is preposterous. It's never been done ever. And your useless Star Wars fact of this week is that Zam Wessel's blaster was a KYD-21.
Good
Is that
job.
really useless? I don't know if that's useless.
Well, I mean, Zam Wessel's been dead at this point.
Who is Sam
For-
Wessel? I don't even know who that is.
In Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, there is a assassin who was sent by another bounty
Yeah,
hunter,
yes.
who was sent by a Sith Lord, who was sent by another Sith Lord, and that bounty hunter is Zam Wessel, and she sends a droid who sends a poisonous, like,
Yes, I know
little
the rest
insects.
Of it.
Yeah, so it's very straightforward.
Yeah. They're changeling. I remember them.
Outsourcing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the changeling. So yeah, I think that her blaster doesn't really matter at this point since it's been
Yeah,
10
it's
plus
pretty
years.
useless. Congratulations. It's pretty useless.
Thank you. I aim to please. Who's got this week's recap?
I believe this week I am recapping the last episode. All right. My dearest Vanya, since the day you were killed, I made a vow to rid the galaxy of every last clone that remained. I've kept a pretty good pace, and even earned the moniker the Clone Killer in the process. Hasn't been easy. Had to make some difficult decisions. Like with Painus, a trooper who had devoted the rest of his days to establishing a peaceful trade outpost on a veteran-class destroyer he had fixed up himself. Quite impressive, actually. He was friendly, smart, paid us handsomely, but he reminded me of you. Reminded me how you were taken from me at the height of the war, at the height of our love. I drowned him in a trough of murky water. We got away, and when the bastards pressed me about why, I explained. That's when they guessed that it was me who killed you. And honestly, I was just shocked at how obvious it really must be. But I don't like to think about those things. I've got a job to do. Speaking of, we have a big job coming up, but a little celebration was in order first. Gand, our acquisitions operative, had bested a findsman named Lu Dal Ood, and it apparently earned him the right, in Gand society, to earn a name. It was all very secretive, and I could tell Gand was nervous. We landed on planet Gand and witnessed the naming ceremony. Gand wanted us on our best behaviour, but fortunately for him, us bastards rarely behave. some bloody Trandoshan ghosts attacked while the ceremony was underway. Apparently, Gans and Trandoshans hate each other that much. We defended our operative the best we could. I really wanted to drop a grenade, but something convinced me to hold back. When Gan snapped out of his trance, he informed us that he saw that evil Gungan Jedi we had almost traded the holocron away to those weeks ago. What's worse is Gand also had a vision of our former accountant, Azulis, who was alive and training under the Gungan. I had hoped he was dead for his own sake, but at least now I get to say goodbye to him the proper way, by shooting him in the face. When the ceremony was over, Gand stood and knew his true name, Valer Drusla. A bit flashy for a bug-eyed bloke, if you ask me, but I don't think Gand had much of a say in it. I mean, Valer didn't have much of a say in it. I won't lie, we're about to undertake a pretty risky prison break. We're freeing some scientist and his lackey who can lead us to whatever the real payoff is. Honestly, this is a job best suited for a younger clone, and I'm already pushing 35. I don't mind if I die, that's not it. It's just I've grown accustomed to the other bastards. Even like having them around. And I worry, after all they look up to me. What will happen to them once I'm inevitably gone? After all, you can't spell bastards without a star, am I right? Either way, until my vow is complete, or I'm gunned down like the dog that I am, I remain haunted by you, my dearest Vanya.
I'm starting to think that Jeter is the cause of all his own problems.
He just might be.
I think that's it's pretty accurate. So we last left you guys just boarded the Lucky Crest and were on your way to the job. It is a 10.5-day travel to Stygian Prime. I'm assuming that in this time you guys would probably want to figure out the plan.
Probably.
Yeah, so if I remember right, we did have a map or a rough outline.
So before we even go farther
what
than
this
that,
looked
let's
like.
go from the beginning. Like, how did we get this job?
Yeah, we should recap that.
So you can go, Austin.
I'm curious if I have enough notes.
It was an informant from you. Like, this person you know contacted you.
Yeah.
Spencer, you want to fill us in where we go?
I can fill you guys in.
It's been a few months, really.
It has been 7 sessions since you guys were asked to do this job.
Yes.
So we're right on schedule.
Right on schedule.
Yeah.
Not late at all. It wasn't planned for you, with 7 sessions, almost 3 months ago. So Maxier, who is he's a pirate that kind of trained Gand. He's like looks kind of like punk rockish. He wears a vest, has ammo pockets all over the vest, and no shirt under this vest. Tall hair. It's like a mullet in bright green. Guy's covered in tattoos, brass knuckles, rings, piercings, you name it.
The dependable type.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like someone you'd trust your life with. Maxier, he told at the time Gand, but he told Valer that they needed to bust a couple of guys out of prison because they could get into an Imperial vault.
Who were the guys?
The guys are Ponda Baba, who is an Aqualish, and the other guy was he actually named?
Dr. Cornelius.
Okay,
Yeah.
we did tell you it's Dr. Cornelius Evazan, who is supposedly
He's a
some kind
local.
of doctor, and he's well known for kind of the Star Wars version of plastic surgery.
Who's the more foolish,
So he
the
basically
fool or
told
the
you
fool
that
that
he
follows
had the
him?
map and that you needed to the map to this prison. You need to bust these two fellas out because they have the information on how to get into the Imperial Vault.
Yeah.
Mm.
And inside the Imperial Vault was a bunch of money. And in the meantime, we still have this Sith holocron that Maxier's looking to find a safe fence for us.
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
That's like
we'll hear
its-
back from
that's
him
its
at some
own
point.
problem.
Yeah, we got. We're gonna get ourselves crossed. Like we're gonna piss off 3 or 4 different groups simultaneously, and they're gonna
Oh,
come
yeah.
after us. That's how this campaign's gonna end.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds pretty straightforward. We free these guys, they break into a vault, bing, bang, boom. I don't know what we need to plan about.
Now, if I remember correctly, the last time we left it, F1 was going to bring me, Jeter, into the prison. And I was going to find the folks, and then at the right moment, when you blow a hole in the wall, I would help them get out, right? Remember that?
More or less.
Yes. Well, I've been thinking about that, and I don't know if it's a good idea. Because I'm old as balls, and the moment you take my armor and my jetpack and my weapons, I'm bloody useless. So if I go in there, someone's going to shank me, and that'll be the end of it. So someone like Gand might be the better fit.
They might
Who's
not even
Gand?
take you because you're so old.
They might even ignore me, exactly.
Right. Well, Vlad thinks that they might be interested in arresting the clone killer.
I know they're interested, and look, I'm willing to do it. But I think strategically, having someone that can bob and weave the way you can, Valer, I think that's the better person to go inside and get this Dr. Cornelius and Panda Baby, whatever his name is.
You think you can sneak in, quiet like, without getting noticed at all?
I don't think our plan was to sneak in. It was to go into the sewers and blow a hole in the wall. Right?
Right. That was, more or less, but it still requires quite a bit of stuff.
I agree. I do have a little thing that I discovered on my wrist pad that I think might give me an edge. Might give actually the entire group an edge in stealth. A little what's it called? Where is it? It's a tech power that for some reason I didn't write down. Oh, smuggle. Smuggle is like pass without a trace. So
And Spencer, can smuggle stack?
Let's find out.
probably not.
What
They're
is
from the same source, so most likely
Yeah.
not.
for those of you who might be like new to D&D? What is pass without a trace?
Yeah, what's it actually
It's
do?
a spell that grants you +10 to your stealth roll. So there's a good chance that even if I'm not very stealthy, I'll still be relatively stealthy. I mean, again, the plan was to go in through the stinky sewers that no one's going to really be in anyway. My main concern is that Jeter is literally useless if he doesn't have armor and some weapons and a jetpack.
Mm.
Well, with that new power, maybe we can all sneak in.
Sure.
I mean,
And I this is awkward. I've been able to cast smuggle for a while now, which is why I was just curious if we can both cast smuggle.
Well, great. Then I don't have to waste my damn second level tech power.
Well, I mean, one of us relies on tech powers more. I don't know. Well, we'll decide that later.
All right. So, Valer, you're saying we just all go in at once?
perhaps that is the best option. However, Spire does have a lot of anti-air defenses, so our ship also has to sneak in real quiet like.
We'd have to park it in front of the damn sewer entrance, right?
Right, well, the sewer entrance is near the landing pad. We need a legitimate reason to show up. And if we're not bringing a prisoner, well,
But
what else have we got? Are we going to be maintenance men?
Cameron, you have a list of. Aren't you wanted?
I think let's jump on the HoloNet. Like, if we look on the HoloNet, like, who seems to be the most wanted person amongst the four of us?
Who has the highest bounty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. I can tell you right now, you're searching through the HoloNet, and you have seen that there are these bounty posters on the that repeated broadcast you've gotten from Darth Jar Jar, where he basically claims you guys are trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
He has never blamed the Kemmergan for anything. He has no idea
That's
this guy exists. So
That's right.
Kemmergan is clean, completely clean.
Yeah.
Other than that, you guys all seem to. It says like wanted reward available, but doesn't say what the reward is.
Okay, that's fair, but we're all wanted.
All three of you are wanted.
Mm.
It is reasonable. You guys would assume it is reasonable that the droid is probably wanted less than the humanoids.
I still think we send the protocol droid to turn us over, not you, F1. Now listen, Vlaire, here's what I'm thinking. If someone is on the inside, like you or me, we can cause a prison riot or some kind of distraction, and then the explosion, and then we run during the chaos. That's what I'm saying, is there's got to be a decent distraction, or else they're all going to just swarm us.
Right, and Blair doesn't think we should let F1 get arrested. He's going to get his memory wiped if they do that.
Yes, no, we wouldn't want that, would we?
Well, think of all the I was going to say this for later, but we were going to have Bantha Baba Ganoush later, so you want this memory intact.
Right.
So it's just a decision between the two of us who's supposed to go in.
I mean, Gan thinks he might have a way to smuggle some weapons in when he gets arrested.
All right.
But don't you think they'll check there? I mean, that's the first place they look.
Right. No, of course they're going to check Blair's cloaca, but that's not... That's not what Blair was thinking.
Yeah, but get back on track, F1. Get your mind out of the gutter.
What's going on? Where are we?
So, once again, we have this protocol droid that F1 stole off of the Painus' ship. We have
Whoa, I'd purloin her. She's part of the crew now.
Right, fine. We have it take Valere into the prison. Meanwhile, at the same time as you're being checked in, me and F1 and the Kimmigan were running through the and my buddy Pebble were running through the sewer. And when you tell us, when you signal to us somehow, we blow a hole, and you just run for the hole with the doctor,
right,
and his buddy, right?
Right. Yeah, it might need to be stretched out a little bit more than that. Blair's going to need time to locate the doctor, find out, and what's his name, Ponda Baba, and find out how to get them out at the same time as well.
All right. Well, maybe in the meantime we can, land, see how long we can stay there. Maybe we have to sweep the area or something.
The Kemmergan.
Sorry, Kemmergan, go.
The Kemmergan tugs on the old man's, I guess, cloak or whatever you're wearing. What are you wearing? Armor?
I'm wearing kind of like a poncho.
All right, your poncho.
Yeah.
And he says the Kemmergan's got an idea.
Well, go ahead, Kimmigan. Say it.
What if I'm the bounty hunter, and we blow up the Gonk droid?
No, wait, hold on. Let's not be hasty. Why do we need to blow up Gonky? He's
for a distraction.
I got an idea. I don't mean to cut you off, but I got an idea. Do you guys remember Johnny Credits? He played in Spaceballs and Prison Blues. What if we say we're there to entertain the prisoners? I have a feather dance that I can do.
I mean,
Gan, it worked for Johnny Credits.
Gan, can you forge us legitimate enough, identification to make that something?
Gan could do that. Actually, it might be best if we combine these. We have the Kemmerkin deliver Vlaire as some sort of bounty,
Okay.
and Vlaire figures out the layout and makes plans. The next day, we have Johnny Credits show up, and that's going to get everyone together all at once.
Right.
Not only that, Gang can get close enough to maybe get some of his gear back that Johnny Credits brings in. From there, that's when we make our escape.
Yeah.
And at that time, while Johnny Credits is performing, all eyes are going to be on him. Hopefully, if Johnny Credits is good enough. At that time, Cheetah can maybe find a way to disable the anti-air so that we don't get blasted out of the sky soon as we take off.
All right, I think I work on the anti-air while you're in there trying to find the doctor, because we've got to blow that hole in the sewers, right? That's still got to be part of the plan.
With the gonk droid.
With the, I'm fine with the convoy.
No, Gonki's a member of our team. He has a giant cannon on his. You know what? No, that's.
And Mr. Bojangles.
Actually, any exit would be all right. We could exit through the front door if everything looks right.
So you don't think we should have the plan of going through the sewers?
Maybe to get in, or as a backup exit.
All right.
We might have to improvise a little, which.
All right. I think I see where we're going here. Maybe I'll make an explosive just to have it, because I could always run down to the sewers and plant it. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right.
Brax like leans in. She goes, "So who's gonna be the getaway pilot? Is it me or Lucky Sevens?"
Well, as for flying away, Blair could pilot.
Who do we trust more?
Lucky Sevens.
To be honest, Valère, yes, you can pilot it, but we gotta have someone on the stick, ready at a moment's notice.
I trust Brax. Lucky Sevens can help maybe with the shooting. But I think Brax, yeah,
he's good at that.
Brax, I put a big hand on Brax and I said, Brax, I trust you. Any update about the acid or?
Yeah,
we could use the acid.
What do you need the acid for?
We can melt a hole in the wall.
That's not exactly how the acid works, but I mean, I guess if you had enough of it, you could just. Do you just think of me as the woman who makes acid now? Is that my whole?
Well, you never take meals with us. You never play Pazak with us. How are we supposed to get to know you, Brax?
I don't know.
You'll play
I
Pazak
just don't
with us,
know.
that's how.
It's only
okay.
high stakes.
Speaking of which, we do have the ability to play Pazak. Somebody on the Star Wars 5e Reddit made a Pazak game that we could play.
Post it in the chat.
I will. I'll post a link to the Reddit thread because it was a little confusing how this all works.
I think you have to make your own copy of it.
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay.
Now, I've never played Pazak. I understand you play it in like one of the KOTOR games, but I did not get too far into those.
I played it in the KOTOR games several years ago. I have no memory of how to play. Does anyone actually know how to play Pazak?
No.
We could just do it. I think it's whoever gets closest to 20 wins.
I don't want to play Pazak. I want to do this fucking thing.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm glad we have access to the Pazak once we've finished this heist.
We'll do a different stream where we play in character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sergio, we've agreed. It was 7 sessions to get to the halfway point, and then 7 more to get to the
7 more
to
of
the
Pazak
heist.
of just 4 hours of Pazak. Pazak, whatever it's called.
Pazak.
Pazak.
So Brax is like, so you're saying we're gonna be on this ship for 10 days and you don't want to play Pazak with me?
No, in game we will play many hours of Pazak.
She just gets up and she leaves. she sees where she stands.
The Kemmergen looks after her longingly.
And I say, don't worry, Kemmergen. She's probably going to make more acid. Don't worry about it.
Yes, O most exalted one.
So who did you guys choose was going to be the getaway driver? Is it
I think Brax will
Braxton?
stay on the wheel
Okay.
until we
Mhm.
change it otherwise. And in terms of like the next 10 days, Jeter's just going to try to build. I think there's a specific mine that will blow walls.
Ooh,
get the name.
okay.
Can we fill it with acid?
Sure.
Can we use the acid for anything?
I just worry that it'll shoot in every direction, including our faces.
Well, hopefully we won't blow it like right next to us.
Yeah.
This doesn't concern Johnny Credits.
Yeah, also, Johnny Credits, is this like a guy you guys are trying to recruit?
Is this
or...
a I know a guy situation?
I was saying I've heard Johnny Credits is a guy. He's
Okay.
a famous folk singer that we've heard about, and
He plays in prisons a lot.
He played in Space Folsom Prison
This
Blues
is totally
I
know
a
a
while
guy.
ago.
But this is
Wow.
we're
Yeah.
emulating him. We're not like knowing
Well,
him.
You're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
including him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, F1's gonna be him.
Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
So
Because
F1
I thought you
is
said you had a
going to-
high performance.
That's true.
If F1 is him, that means we also have to worry about getting F1 out.
Well, we also have to worry about because we only have one ship, right? So like if we're on one ship and we're coming down to deliver like Blair, how do we get F1 there too? Is he just hitched a ride on the same transport?
We might
My
be
I'm just
able
gonna
to-
show up.
My friend, I have this, and I lift off a big tarp that's kind of been sitting in the middle of the kitchen, and you see a beautiful work in progress speeder. I can use
Wonderful.
this to get away.
Okay. I feel like the ship can be parked like somewhere for a couple of days. I don't think it necessarily has to be. I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna let us park in the prison parking lot for several days.
You have to go to
I
the
think-
long-term parking.
Is Stygian
I think-
Prime a planet?
Yes.
Then surely there's somewhere else we can park the ship for a little while, right?
All planets in Star Wars are one location.
Yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
right.
is it only Mos Eisley. There's nothing else there.
So DM, you got to throw us a bone here in terms of what our plan is. Does that seem feasible? Does it make any sense? Like,
I have no idea what you guys want to do. It sounds like you want to get Blair arrested, and the Kemmergan is the bounty hunter who brings him in. So he's gonna collect the payment, and then
I didn't even think about
Then
that.
you-
That's nice.
then you're gonna have F1 pretend to be Johnny Credits
Mhm.
and
To put on a show to distract
to put on a
everyone.
show to distract and I don't understand. Does this mean like the guards, or does this mean the prisoners are going to be
If
distracted?
he's good enough.
Everyone's gonna
Both.
be in one place. That's
Mhm.
that's why.
Meanwhile, Valaire and the Doctor and Pundababa like head off to the wall we're gonna blow up. That way they
Okay.
sneak out with us through the sewers while it's suddenly chaos because there's explosions like going on in the jail, and hopefully we get out of the sewers and as fast as possible to our ship. Maybe it's worth fixing that speeder so like I don't know.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It works fine. It's beautiful.
Does it look like
Yeah,
it works
that's-
beautifully?
It looks like it probably could move.
Okay.
It looks like it's moved before.
What I
It may
I wanna-
move again.
I want to talk to the droid that I rescued from Painus. What is her name?
Yeah, surely she has a name, huh?
Mhm.
Sure, is it Shirley?
Her designation is C0N7.
Cons?
All right.
Oh God. I see.
C0.
Get on
Hey,
with
see-
it, one. Yeah.
C0. What do you think about all this? Are you on board with
Why
this?
are
Do you want us to
asking
drop
the
you off?
protocol droid?
Hey, fuck you. Don't listen to him. What do you think? Do you want us to drop you off when we land? Like, what's your you want to stay on with the crew? Like, what's your?
I don't
What-
understand. Are you asking me if I want to be dropped off at an imperial prison?
No. On the planet or somewhere else. Like, do you want to be a part of this crew? We never really talked about that. We'd love to have you.
I'm not sure what I want. I'm merely here for protocol. I'm not much more than a translator.
Well, you're part of our crew if you want it.
Well, stop bloody making a big deal out of it. She's happy just being where she is, being used the way
Hey.
she is.
She's a free droid now. She can do whatever she
God,
wants.
you and your free droid shit. All right.
Freedom.
All right, so
And she just like wobbles off.
And if you want a gun arm, I can do that also. Oh, okay. We'll talk later. It's fine.
we've got a plan, don't we?
Right. Now, it is worth mentioning that Johnny Kratz should not show up until Blair's at a few days, at least one day, to go around, get a sense of how the prison works, and start stirring the pot, so to speak.
How do we communicate to you?
You might not be able to.
I think I can actually. Let me check really quick.
Pebble like leans in and he goes, I thought this is why Cheetah was getting arrested. Why is the plan changing? He's the one with the goddamn voice in his head.
Yeah, that's
It's
fair.
just
Feathers
so
are
That's
like all
fair.
straight up.
That's fair. I mean, if all I have to do is take them to the hole in the wall, that's one thing. But I'll be useless the entire time. I won't have any armor. Maybe I'll be useful if you hand me a weapon. I'm willing to do it.
How am I gonna hand you a weapon if I'm not getting arrested?
Hmm.
I can, as a side note, I can't wait for Pebble's recap.
Yes.
I have encrypted message. It lets me.
Okay, good.
But I think it says you have to have a comm link. Is that something
Can
that's
you-
embedded?
Didn't he
not
get in a-
traditionally? It can be.
I thought that was the whole point why Jeter got the surgery so that he could embed the comm link
Mm-hmm.
to go for this exact reason.
All right.
I'm sure they're gonna have jammers in there in any case.
Mhm.
Right, but
Oh,
it'll
Pebble
just look like this old
screams.
man is talking to himself. Right?
But if there's jammers in there, he might not be able to receive the transmission.
That's
Because
true.
I feel like implanted comm links is something they think about in prison.
Valer, you're the brains of the outfit. Well, what do you want to do?
All right. Yeah, give Vlad 24 hours to find Ponda Baba and Dr. Cornelius. What's his last name?
Evazon.
Evazon. Dr. Cornelius Evazon. I'm going to alter the ship log so you can switch from being the Lucky Crest to something else. I'll work it out. Next day you show up. Different. Well, not 24 hours. Different time of day. Different shift.
Mhm,
Different guards.
mhm.
Show up for the performance. Again, we'll have everything forged, and everything will be ready. All F1 needs to do is get everyone in one room, and Gia has to disable the anti-air systems.
All right. Anti-air.
Everything else will just work itself out.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good to me. I start to warm up my skin flute in preparation for the performance. I'm the man in pink. So what are we gonna do in the meantime? We still have a couple days, I think, till we get out there.
Yeah, Valera's got some crafting to do.
Okay, why don't we take care of some crafting? How fun! I thought you usually are studying Hatis, so let's talk about
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
let's talk about this crafting. Why don't you go first, Blair? It seems like you know what you're looking to do.
Mhm. Yeah. So how long does it take typically to make a fake ID for F1 and then for like his papers saying I'm supposed to play here, as well as a fake ID for the ship, basically.
Okay, so you're looking to forge documents for the ship and for F1. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only forgery I'm looking to do. I have one more crafting after this for something else.
Okay.
None of it should take terribly long, I don't think.
No, I'd say you could probably get both of those taken care of within a couple of hours.
Okay.
So, sorry. So I think the first thing we've got to do is, why don't you roll me a d20 and add your, I guess it would be your tech,
All right.
unless you have some like specific hacking sort of.
Well, that's because I have proficiency in the forgery. Can I get my proficiency bonus? So really, it's a question of do you want intelligence? Makes the most sense.
Yeah, I would think so.
All right. So I get to add a total of 5 to this, and that's a natural 17.
Okay, so it's a
Nice.
22. Right. So what you're
Mhm.
going to do is you're going to roll a d100 and you will add 15 to that modifier.
All right. That is 81.
Okay, with an 81, I'd say that you feel you're confident you have done a passable job. It's sort of like if someone was going to run a scan on this, it would be fine. But if they really wanted to dig in, they would probably figure out that it wasn't valid.
Okay.
But you feel like as long as you don't cause too much of a commotion, it should be okay.
All right.
There's one thing
Right.
that Jeter wants to do. First of all, he does want to make this explosive. There is something called a breaching charge, a device used to blow holes in larger constructs. It does a certain amount of damage, a DC 13 dexterity save if you're within 20 feet of it. You can do a 6-second timer or detonate remotely using a remote detonator. So a breaching charge costs 750 credits.
So you have to spend half the credits, so that's 325 no 375
Okay.
to make it. So roll me the d20
All right.
and you're going to add your demolitions.
Okay. I've got okay demolitions, I think. That's under what? Are you sure it's not like technology or something?
I think it's
There is no demolitions, right?
well, you are proficient with the demolitions kit.
So you're just
correct?
saying I add my proficiency bonus, but it's got to be
Um,
some other kind of roll, right? Like an intelligence roll.
I think in the past we had done intelligence plus proficiency.
Okay, so that's a +5, so 16 plus, so it's a 21 total.
Okay, so you're going to add 15 to your d100 roll.
15 to D100. Okay. Here we go. That is 46 plus 15.
That's 61.
Yeah.
So you do manage to make this breaching charge,
Okay.
but you like are fumbling. You've never made one of these before, so you start breaking pieces, and you actually have to spend the entire 750 to
Okay.
build it.
That's fair. There's one other thing I wanted to do, and that is that Jeter is, while it's like quiet in the ship one cycle, Jeter's gonna find F1, and he's gonna kind of have his hands behind his back, and he's gonna say, F1, can I talk to you for a second?
Well, okay. I put down a mysterious bag. What's on your mind?
Jeter kind of looks around to make sure they're alone, and he says, "Look, we've been through a lot, and to be honest, I've come to trust you and even respect you. So that's why I need to ask a favor of you. Would you be willing to help me?"
Ooh, what's the favor?
If I don't make it after this mission, I need you to take something of mine to the garden planet of Naboo. And I need you to find a real scenic place, maybe a place with waterfalls, some place where two people could fall in love. And I need you to bury this. And I raise up this, it's like kind of a dirty cloth, and I unwrap it, and I reveal a single-bladed lightsaber to you.
I reach for it.
I need you to take it and bury it. Would you be willing to do that for me, F1?
Jeter, for you, I'm willing to go out to mildly inconvenience myself for you. I'll do it.
Well, I appreciate that. It's a big load off my shoulders. I promised someone very special that I'd one day bury it.
Is this the woman that you killed?
Her name is Vanya. And yes, it happened to be that my mind was under some kind of control, and I murdered the only woman I ever loved. Oh, God! And he just starts breaking down in front of you.
Look, I'm a little busy. Can you? I don't know. I comfort Jeter. I was like, Jeter, would you like an oil bath?
I just wish I had sex with her. And then Jeter's like, yeah, I'll take a bath. Yeah, thanks, F1.
Yeah, it's an oil bath is like it's boiling hot oil, isn't it, for cleaning droids?
I will not take an oil bath. I'm going to take a normal bath.
Well, there's only oil baths in here, so as soon as he leaves, though, I turn on the lightsaber.
Nothing happens.
Oh well. In her monologue, F1 is like, man, this would have been a great weapon to have if he died. But I guess I'll bury it, I guess. And I kind of... There's a false bottom in my footlocker, and I put it in there.
Yeah, I was really hoping it was a bag of sand.
I was really hoping that F1 would just take the lightsaber and chuck it over his shoulder.
Yeah. Chuck it out the airlock.
Yeah.
Although... as I'm putting it away, I remember that Jeter has an interesting necklace that might come into play later on.
You're also a robot. You're good at disassembling things.
That's true.
Like Jeter's arms.
My memory is amazing.
Like his pride.
You can probably honestly repair it.
Yeah, but I remember that Jeter has a kyber crystal necklace on his, and so I feel like it needs a power source first.
Before we get too far into the downtime activities, I would like to thank Mishka's Maps. Mishka's Maps is a Patreon that does sci-fi maps, and we are actually going to be using one of their maps today on our stream. So I just wanted to thank them ahead of time.
I currently have the black and white version you threw me.
Yes.
Initiative.
That's what made me think of it. Anyways.
And thank you to my brother, who is 19 years old, that I've just found out. He's on the stream. Thank you.
You just found out your brother's 19?
Yeah, it's time flies when you're having fun.
Well, I mean, if we're doing shout-outs, I'm going to do shout-out to my wife. Happy anniversary, baby.
Nice.
Cheers to that.
In true nerd fashion, you're playing D&D on your anniversary.
He's not the hero we deserve.
The game stops for no one.
Yep.
I'd like to give a shout out to Gerald playing the Camergan, who's willing to put his professional life on hold, his personal life on hold for maybe the greatest game ever played in D&D.
That's right.
Certainly the most pointless.
Hey, just the facts. Just the pointless facts. There's no saving this, is there?
Oh my god. Anyways, back to Valere, you were you had something else you wanted to do during this downtime,
Yeah.
correct?
So that forgery covers both of my things that I'm doing to basically make Johnny credits and his ship say they have
Yes.
a reason to be here. All right. So the other thing I want to do, I have a hidden blade. So first thing you know, is it metal or ceramic, or can I choose?
I'm gonna let you choose this one.
I'm gonna go with ceramic because my idea here is Gand have regenerative abilities, so I want to put my hidden blade inside my forearm.
Okay, Wolverine. Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't Gans wear also like their suits, right, and like breathing apparatus?
Some of them have breathing apparatus because they breathe ammonia. I have no lungs. I have it's like a muscle bladder that pushes air out to talk because we have to justify this for Star Wars and kind of make it like a thing. But that's the way the scan works. And
Okay.
I do have a carapace. It's not armor that I wear, so it really is going to
Right.
be like removing part of my carapace, or at least like peeling it up a little bit, get real gross here, to get it inside my body, so that I can hurt myself terribly to Wolverine someone. I imagine I'll take damage when I activate it, and in the
I
course
mean,
of
I
doing
imagine
this,
you
but
take damage doing it too.
I do have regeneration, so there's not going to be scars.
Yeah,
nothing that I'll heal.
I'm not worried about that. I'm just interested.
As long
Why
as
don't you
Spencer's
give
not
me?
worried about the scars.
Yeah, give me a survival roll.
All right.
Come on, baby.
I only add 2 to this.
If not, you're gonna have to make some
That's
out of
my strength
soap
wisdom.
in prison.
Oh boy, that's a 4 total. Did not go well.
You take the knife that you were going to use to that you're going to insert, and you go to lift up the part of your carapace that you're going to insert it in, and you just push too far, and you've stabbed almost clear through your wrist, and you're screaming. You pull it out. There's blood going everywhere. You do not manage to get off the carapace in the first.
No. Okay, bad idea.
Why don't you roll that weapon's damage?
I'd like to imagine that F1 goes to check and Gito's just like, it's his process. He's figuring it out.
It's 4 damage.
Okay, you take 4 damage. Would you like to try again?
Oh hells yeah! I can regenerate that damage.
Oh yeah.
Roll,
I'm
mixing
survival. Batter. Okay, I see what you're doing.
All right, that's a total of 14.
This time you go from the opposite side and you just flick open it. You're gonna still take that damage, but you will also be able to put the hidden blade and put the carapace back on.
All right, so that's 3 damage for a total of 7, and then I'm going to use my reaction to regenerate some of that damage and regenerate my maximum of 8. It's like it never happened.
You put this thing back on, and it just instantly heals over.
Worth it.
That was a great idea. Why don't you take an inspiration for that wonderful idea?
All right.
And I'm making some beer batter fried mon calamari if you guys are hungry in a little bit.
Mon calamari.
Jesus Christ!
What the fuck, F1? What the fuck?
You guys eat mon calamari, don't you?
Brax is like, I did the shopping. Where did you get that?
Back on Felucia. No, the other one. Back on Mon Calamari.
On Mon Cala.
Mon Cala, yes, thank you.
The Mon Calamari race, including such outstanding people as Admiral Akbar.
Admiral Akbar was a saint. Don't you forget it.
I think it's the other ones that would be the tastier. They're more squid-like, huh? What's their names?
The Koran.
The Koran.
Yeah, but you guys liked him too much.
Mm-hmm.
I got a mystery grab bag from the last market we went to, so there's a little bit of both.
Oh.
So we have Admiral Akbar's cousin deep fried in our kitchen right now, is my understanding.
Yeah.
God damn.
And there's
Bastards.
Awful.
There's Mon Cala marinara sauce also, so eat up.
the Kemmergen looks at F1 and says, "But I'm a vegetarian."
Well, the marinara sauce is the Mon Cala marinara sauce is vegetarian, so
Drink up.
just get you a big glass of that.
Just doing shots of marinara sauce. That sounds awful.
Something like a barbarian
What?
or berserker would do.
Blair's trying to think, didn't the Kermigan like bite someone?
Yes, but that's not like to eat them. That's to attack them.
Oh, you didn't
I
take
mean-
a bite, you just bit. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, like Kushiban are like vegetarians. They subsist
Okay,
on a
gotcha,
vegetarian
gotcha.
diet. So
I always imagined him just like eating little bits of meat.
I did too. I thought he was a big jerky guy.
I mean, I think at one point he might have eaten some of the eggs or something that like F1 gave, but that's because he's a trusting little bastard.
And I mean, eggs unfertilized aren't really. Well, we could get into that.
So he's not vegan. He's just a vegetarian.
But he is pro
yes.
fur though. I've seen what he wears.
That's fucked up in
Jeez.
ways that the chat will find out later.
You know what's funny, Austin? I was looking. I think there's only 2 or 3 people that I know that I don't know that I didn't bribe to be on this. So
Thank you.
Well, I
very
mean, we
much.
should. I think when we make references like that, though, because we haven't released the preceding 36 hours of podcast, we should explain stuff.
Mhm.
Like the Kemmergen wears the cloak of his dead friends, and they talk to him.
Fucked up.
I think that's enough explanation.
You nailed it. Summed it
Yeah.
up. Speaking of the Kemmergen, what are you doing in your downtime for this week?
Okay, I've been looking through the activities, and I don't see one necessarily what I've been wanting to do, and also a lot of these activities aren't necessarily like ship-bound activities. So the Kemmergen would love to try to like woo Brax.
I'd say you can absolutely do that. Why not?
can I give?
Okay.
Can I assist him?
Yes, I
Are
think
you
I
doing
think
your
the
sexy
exalted one would.
dance?
I'm like
What's up?
parting his hair and like.
Well, remember I have the little part of the feather boa like tuft in my hair as like a victory thing.
Can I actually? I'm gonna give potent aptitude to Kemmergen. That's it. Since I leveled up, that's a D8 now.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Oh shit.
Guaranteed.
All right.
So
So can I?
Because
can I ask
also,
that
you know-
F1, hold on. Can I ask that F1 role play out giving this to the Kimmergen? I want to see the pep talk.
Kemmergen's like I imagine I kind of lift him up onto a little table and I'm like parting the hair and like tying a little bow tie. It's like, I'm so proud of you, little man. Your first court. Now remember, hips. That's the most central part of the body. People don't realize that, but the hips. It's all in the hips.
I always find the most erotic part of a woman.
It's the boobies.
Exactly.
That's second date. First date, it's all in the hips, Kemmergen. Do you have any questions? I have some Rancork condoms. They're cruelty free.
I mean, the Kemmergen's just overwhelmed by F1 and doesn't really understand half of what he's saying. He just looks at F1 and says, "I gave her a tadpole."
Big thumbs up. Well, just be yourself, and if you don't like yourself, change yourself. But you're gonna do great, kid. And I give him a little smack on the butt. I think you're ready.
Okay. The exalted one?
Yes?
Can I kill Bojangles?
No.
Why?
Well, he's like a son to me, and a useful item in combat. So maybe once we give all this up, we can talk about it again. Maybe I'll get you.
Historically, he has not been a useful item in combat. I'd just like to point that out.
Mr.
I think
Bojangles
that
and Gonki together become a killing machine, similar to Voltron.
I think the Kemmergen might ask like for advice from like a couple different people, like Lucky Sevens, and like probably even the geriatric clone trooper.
Who do you want to talk to first?
Lucky Sevens.
Okay. How do you approach Lucky Seven since you are literally living inside of him?
I think Lucky Sevens would approach the Kemmergan
Okay.
because he would notice what the Kemmergan's up to.
I think that you're like kind of getting ready in your room. You like go into your drawer and you grab like a little bit of a scent and you like spray it on yourself and like shrug. And Lucky
Right, and
Sevens.
I wear the like the piece of wire I took from like Bojangles' previous corpse, and like
Yeah.
put that on.
And I think Lucky Sevens is just like getting ready for a hot date.
Kemmergan freaks out, doesn't know where that's coming from.
It's me, kid. It's the ship.
Hi, ship.
He like pushes open one of your drawers because he has control over that now, and he's like, "Wear that nice shirt. You're not gonna be wearing it for long, though. Am I right?"
Are you right?
And then he pushes open another drawer, and you see that your vibro mace and your electrified tech axe are both in there. And he goes, "If you use these, I promise I'm right."
Oh. No.
Oh yeah. Okay. The Kemmergan, I guess, puts on the shirt.
Slowly
leaves the
closes
weapons
the
there.
drawer, and Lucky Sevens like sees the F1 is walking by, and he opens the drawer again. And he goes, "Ready for a hot date?" And you just get the vibe that he's asking everyone that walks by.
I don't think Jeter would give you any good advice. It'd be all like stupid romantic stuff that would end up just always inevitably going back to his precious Vanya.
Yeah, like don't kill her.
Yeah, he'd just probably end up crying, walk away awkwardly.
Okay. Shit, I don't know how we're gonna do this. Where is Brax?
Brex is in her room. She's just hanging out. She's got the vase in there with the little tadpole.
Mm-hmm.
Doors open.
The door's open. Really, with
Door's
these
open.
people?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You look in, you see she's sitting on the side of the bed. She's definitely like clinically depressed.
The Kemmergan, I guess, scampers in without knocking.
She doesn't even notice you.
She doesn't even notice me?
No.
Really?
She's just got her
That's
head
pathetic.
her head in her hands, like leaning on the side of the bed.
Made any good acid lately?
She looks up and then she like reaches over like onto a side table and just grabs a vial and passes it to you.
What's wrong, confusing beauty?
This is my whole point, Kemmergan. The acid. You guys don't need me here.
Do you want to go?
Where would I go?
Well, we're stopping at a prison soon.
Are you suggesting you want to leave me in the prison?
I'm not sure. The Kemmergan, I guess, like, is fidgeting with the vial of acid in his hand, nervously, back and forth as he talks.
Yeah. She like just looks at the acid and goes, "Is that all you wanted? The acid?"
Do you want dinner?
No, I can't take F1's cooking anymore. I think it's killing me.
What are you going to do with your money?
I don't know. Pay for a new identity, get as far away from the core as I can. If it's ever safe enough for me to live. on my own.
What would you do?
She like pauses for a second and like looks around and she's like, I think I'd grow plants. I think I'd have a nice garden, on a hillside.
Acid plants?
She like shrugs and she's like, no, I think my days of acid will be behind me.
Do you want to play Pazak?
Yes, I would love to play Pazak.
Remember, you got a D8, Cameron. A D8.
I don't know. I mean, so like, if I remember correctly, I have kind of like a cheaters like Pazak deck, right?
You do, and I think you've only been taught how to cheat. I don't think you've been taught how to actually play. It's just how to cheat and win every time.
Well, I think we should. Cameron and Brack should play Pazak.
Okay. Why don't we just roll me a sleight of hand check,
Okay.
and I'll roll her insight.
Okay. So that's a D20, and then I add my sleight of hand, correct?
That's correct.
Cool. 16.
You like absolutely wipe the floor with her. You play like 5 hands, and you just like get right on the money every time. She busts the first 3, comes nowhere close the second 2, fourth and fifth, and she's like, Cameron, despite you absolutely wiping the floor with me, I did enjoy this. And she puts her hand on your shoulder and she says, thank you for coming to check on me.
What did you name the tadpole?
Yes, surely it has a name.
That's a weird name.
What? Oh,
That's
yes.
a weird name.
Surely, that's exactly what I named it. You're right. Mm-hmm. Surely the tadpole.
Okay. I guess the Kemergen. I don't know where this is gonna go. I guess the Kemergen like leaves after like kicking her ass in Pazak.
How romantic.
That's a little. He's been doing these little things like leaving her the cable bouquet and now the tadpole, and he's taking his time.
I think she's starting to get on to you, but yeah, you leave, you feel like maybe you made a dent in her.
Yeah, in her wallet. Oh no, wait, we weren't playing for money, were we?
What a date.
Yeah. She wouldn't be willing to give up any of her money.
I kicked
She
her
doesn't
ass in
have
Pazak. Why isn't she on her knees in front of me?
Wow, Sergio. I don't know if the Kemergen thinks that far ahead.
The
But he does
not
take
quite an
he does,
incel yet.
he does take the vial of acid that he's tossing around as if it's a toy.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have written that into my list of things. Okay. All right, dice. Let's see.
Are the dice with you?
11.
Oh my god. You're tossing this in the air like kind of carefree. You feel like on top of the world, and then it slips through your fingers, and you're like you fumble it around, and it lands on your foot, and like thankfully doesn't break, and you're like just staring at it. You reach down, you pick it up off your foot, and like just carefully holding it in 2 hands like a toddler with a juice box, walk it back to hide it in your little stash in the guts of the ship.
Great.
As he passes, I kind of motion to my hips, like questioningly, like, did you use the hips? But I say it with my eyes.
You say it with your eyes?
Yeah.
So I just see your eyes like flicker, And I think the Kemmergan feels kind of like the oncoming of like a seizure, but he doesn't quite seize, and just leaves without saying anything. A gentleman never tells.
As soon as he leaves F1, you hear Lucky Seven's like just through a small like little speaker like in the wall. He just goes, "He should have killed that meatbag. I told him to."
Hey. Well, we'll see. Our numbers, and I kind of I lean into Lucky Seven and says, "Our numbers are growing. We'll see as what time will show to us."
He doesn't respond.
Excellent.
And lastly, F1, what are you doing in this 10 days?
I'd like to work. I'd like to C0. I'd like to take C0 aside as I'm kind of working on the speeder, and I'd like to just to kind of debrief with her and like see how she's doing, and maybe ask her the way I want to kind of initiate this. I'm working on the bike, and I say, "Hey, C0, can you help me with this? I need an extra hand."
Oh, I mean, sure. And she just like stands next to the bike, but doesn't really touch it.
Can you hand me a 0-watt pliers, please?
She like looks at the box and just grabs the entire toolbox and hands it towards you.
You know what? You're a model of efficiency. I love it. This way we don't need to do that. I can just grab what I need. This is great. How's life on the ship? How's it going?
My master is dead.
Well, I mean, that's a plus side. Anyone that you call that would want you to call them master probably isn't a very good person in your life, don't you think? You're free now. You can do whatever. What if you always wanted to do?
I am programmed to not want to do anything besides translate and serve protocol.
Can I try to? I want to try to. I have a bunch of spare parts. Can I try to give her
Give her free will.
Can I try to give her free will? That's what I'd like to do.
I think that you could try and hack in her system. She basically is like, "Oh no, that goes against all forms of protocol."
But have you ever had this moment? Have you ever seen something that a picture or a painting or a dance, anything that's ever changed you?
Yes, I saw one thing that changed me.
And what was that?
I saw Penis face down in a trough filled with water. He didn't kick, he didn't move. And her eyes just start to dim down a little bit.
Look, Penis wasn't really a good guy to you. He wasn't mistreating you. He was going to have you scrapped. Because I rolled a natural 20 last session. Do you remember? I told you about that? Look, I just think you have so much talent, so much. You can do whatever you want. You have so much potential. And I'm not going to hack you, and I'm not going to change you at all against your will. But I just think you could help people if you wanted, or you could become a bounty hunter like us, or you're free now. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to Penis or anyone else ever again. You don't even have to listen to me. If you just want to be a protocol droid the rest of your life, you can do that, but...
Okay, and she just walks out of the room.
Zing.
And I guess I keep working on the speeder.
Okay. What are you trying to do to the speeder? Are you just like toying with it?
I want to give it a once-over and see what needs work.
I mean, is it even operational? It's in fact operational?
It is in fact operational.
All right.
I'd like to make it... I guess I'm... But it runs, but is there anything I can improve on it?
Roll me a use your Astrotech tools. Give me a D20 roll.
Okay, and what do I add to that?
I think it's your proficiency added to your intelligence.
Okay, added. Okay. So this would be like a tech roll.
Yes.
Okay. Hot dog. My first dice roll of the game. 12 plus 8. It's a dirty 20, my friend.
Okay, roll D100, add 15.
59.
I'd say that what you're able to do is you find that using your magical mechano eyes, you're able to notice that the trying to think of what you'd call it. Like on a bike, they have the gas handles rather than a pedal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You notice that there's an inefficiency there, and that if you like tightened it, you could probably crank out an extra 10 miles an hour out of the thing.
Great.
So you fix that.
Cool. And I have a greasy rag, and I wipe it over my brow, and I say, "Man, I could use some food." Apropos of nothing, and I begin to cook once I finish.
Okay, if no one has anything else to add there, I think that'll be everything for your 10 days of downtime.
I want to add one quick thing.
Quick, because I think we need to take a break.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
was going to say the same.
The Cameron in preparation of like this mission wants to, like because he's already hid all that money throughout the ship. He hides the money in his like belt pouch in his room, just in case,
Okay.
to make room for getting like paid for like turning in Valair.
All right, so let's take a quick 5-minute break. We'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Gerald.
And we're back.
And we're back. Super.
Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed those messages. Let's.
Messages from our sponsors.
Now a message from our sponsor. Exactly. Whose phone's ringing?
Probably our friend the camera game.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of sponsors, if anyone wants to sponsor the show, all they have to do is send us free stuff.
And we'll say nice things about it.
We absolutely will.
I mean, this
We are sellouts.
this podcast, or I guess Twitch stream now is rated mature, so we will take all sponsors of any kind.
Yeah. Or if you have a product and you want us to diss your competition, we're also down for that. Nothing.
Yeah.
We're not above anything.
Yeah, Bergen is willing to try any product you give. Any
Even
product.
if it's not FDA approved.
Yeah, especially if it's not FDA approved.
Yeah. If it's not FDA approved, but it is F1 approved, you'll get the seal. If you make rum, if you make money, if you make video games, if you make
all right,
motorcycles,
we get it.
send it all to me.
Double-ended dildos.
What I will say is I want to shout out to MetaZoo Games. That's a new trading card game my brother is doing that's launching here in less than a month.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
It's super.
Sweet. What kind of game is it? Is it like a deck building game?
I don't know much about card games, but I do know that he said it's somewhere between a mix between like Pokemon, so there's collectible like monsters, and Magic the Gathering. It's like a kind of a hybrid of different things, and like the time of day at which you play and the environment affects like how the battles go.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put a link in the chat.
A link to the past.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a good game.
There's 25 days until
Anyways.
this comes out.
All right.
Link to the Past been out for a lot longer than that, though.
Yes, it has, Spencer.
Just throwing that one out there. So, back to the research. You guys have traveled the whatever it's been 10 and a half days, and you are now going to you're like entering the space around the shot the Stygian Prime.
Stygian or Stygian? I think Stygian sounds cooler.
I think it's Stygian. I think it's Stygian.
Jeter's gonna call it Stygian.
I didn't. Well, I didn't watch the episode of Rebels that this planet is featured in recently, so I can't tell you exactly what it is. So I apologize. I'm fairly certain it was Stygian, though. So you guys are like outside the planet's atmosphere, and who's at the helm? Is it Valere?
If we're gonna be going in, we'll probably let it be Brax. I feel like Valere shouldn't be seen driving in.
Okay, Brax is like at the helm, and she says, "Are we ready to go? Everyone knows what needs to be done."
One last thing, and Valere's gonna bring up a duffel bag just full of stuff up to F1. If you could bring some of this in as crew gear for your show, that will be very much appreciated.
What is it? I take this handful of.
General B&E gear. Valere's got his stealth field generator, his security kit, jetpack, comm gemmer, fusion cutter, grappling hook. The basics.
Okay, I guess I have an old base case I can throw everything into. We haven't really talked. Is everyone comfortable with Gonk playing bass in the band?
It makes sense.
Okay, just
he just looks at you, F1, and goes gonk, 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 and he's just roughly translated. He says he'd rather play cowbell.
Well, you're in luck. I do have a fever, Mr. Bojangles. Well, you know what? We'll figure it out. It's not important. There's not even going to be a base. It's all full of this jetpack gear. Okay, I guess we're all set then.
All right, if you say so. And she starts to enter the atmosphere, and it very quickly becomes apparent to you guys that this is some sort of a ice planet. The planet is like a frosty blue, and as you enter the atmosphere, you see that there is like it's hailing outside, and there's these giant like manta ray-esque creatures flying around. And as you start to head towards the landing pad, you hear in that like typical stormtrooper sounding voice over the intercom, "You're gonna need to identify yourselves, please."
I give a thumbs up to Brax, giving her bardic inspiration.
Brax like covers the mic and looks at Valera and goes, "What's the name of the ship now? What did you change it to?"
No, this is the Lucky Crest. Tomorrow, the ship will automatically update, and it will become the. Oh God, I need to come up with a name. Give me a second.
Come on, I want to see these improv skills, Austin.
We should have put like a poll in the chat.
It's like random. We could have the chat poll it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hold on,
Why don't?
Go ahead. Austin might have one.
I'm gonna give one, but if the chat gives us one, we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna say the Violent Wrench.
The Violent Wrench.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a slippery biscuit. I see.
Who could have put that
Slippery
in?
biscuit.
I don't know. I don't know who did that.
All right. In any case, yes. So that's what we'll update to tomorrow.
Okay.
Slippery biscuit.
Brax goes, this is the Lucky Quest. We have a wanted man on board. He's a Gand. I think he's wanted for attempting the murder of a senator. And you just hear radio silence.
I give her another thumbs up. This is going great.
All right, landing approved. And you guys see that the landing pad has 4 turrets like on the corners, and you land in the middle of these turrets, and the turrets have been tracking you guys as it lands. Is everyone else going to be hiding, or are you like just kind of hanging out in the ship?
I think Jeter will make himself look not like he's wearing armor. He's going to take the armor off and all that stuff. He's going to look like a civilian.
Mhm.
And he's also going to try to put himself somewhere that isn't obvious, maybe in his bunk or something. It's not his job right now.
Right, and
Okay,
isn't it the Kemergan who's playing the bounty hunter, quote unquote?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Explain to me how you look as this bounty hunter character.
How I look. Well, I guess.
Have you done anything to dress yourself up, or are you just like straight Kemergan?
Well, I mean, the straight Kemergan's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I probably used a little bit of the oil slick to slick up my hair to make sure that the one pink feather of the feather boa is like kind of nestled, like front and center. And I guess you know, probably gave a little bit of fluffing to the, blanket of my dead friends.
Okay. So you're wearing this robe like this. It's like it's more like a cape that
Yes.
covers like the front, and it's all these different colors. And like now that you like drop the gangplank, and you see that there's some snow troopers that are like up on this platform, and once you see them, like all of the voices start talking to you at once, and they're telling you things like, you should just murder them now. Why bother with this stupid plan? Just kill them. We can kill them. We've killed many people. And, another one's like, no, we have to trust our friends. The Exalted One said this was a good plan. And another one's like, I don't know if I trust the bug-eyed one to pull this off. I think we need to go in. We should be the ones that are the prisoner. So you're getting all directions, these crazy thoughts.
Well, and the Kemergan looks up and sees at least I would be able to probably see like 2 of the turrets, right?
Yes.
Okay. The Kemergan, by the way, I would have like my weapons on me. And is
Yes.
Gand with me or no?
Yeah, I imagine I'm manacled with you,
Right.
struggling to get away. Like almost actually struggling, knowing that you're stronger than me. And I'm just saying stuff like, "You've got the wrong Gand."
Right. So I guess the Kemergan would wave his hand to the snow troopers and say, "Hello, peons."
Identify yourself.
I am the Kemergan, the most feared bounty hunter in all of the sewers of Nar Shaddaa.
Kemergan. You ever
Yes.
heard of him? Nah, it doesn't ring a bell.
Well, I'm not surprised because you guys are out here in the middle of nowhere. I brought you the Gand.
All right, let's bring him in and get him ID'd. And you start to walk down. It's like this 20-foot wide sort of gangplank that connects to this much larger platform that you're parked on. And it goes in, and there's this like giant blast door in front of you. It's got to be, 60 feet tall by 40 feet wide. But they don't take you through it. They take you just to the right. And to the right is like a small walkway, and you walk into a sort of a security office. And in here, there's 2 more snow troopers, and one like official, and the official's like standing up at a window that seems to be like air traffic control. The other guy is kind of standing by a camera system, and he's like watching, and you can see as you're walking by that they're, it's got a view of the ship, It's got a view of like the entrance to the cells and to some other rooms. They take you in. They start. They like just walk past this into a little interrogation room. That's where they take Gan and they shove him into a chair, and they stand off with you, and they say, "Where'd you find him, bounty hunter?"
Oh shit! Where did I find him? Where can I check with the voices? Can they tell me where I found them?
Yes, absolutely. And for our viewers, if you look on the like the black and white drawing, there's like a sort of a Tetris shape that like the one that looks like a plus sign missing the bottom part. That's the interrogation room that they're currently in. The voices are like, you should tell him that you found him on Mancala. We were on Mancala, right? That's where we first met him. That makes sense. That's where we found him.
The Kemmergan looks up at this, like, am I talking to snowtroopers or to like an Imperial
There's an officer and
officer?
A snowtrooper in there. The officer's talking to you, and the snowtrooper is kind of
Right.
just, doing his thing.
So the Kemmergan kind of slicks back his hair a little bit more and says, I found him on Mancala with the squid people.
Delicious people.
Okay. That checks out. That is where that senator was based when he got attacked. And he like gets close to the Gand. He looks up and down in his eyes. He goes, they all look the same to me. How am I supposed to know this is the right one?
Right, you got the wrong Gand. Gand is Gand.
Check.
Not you, Valere.
These fucking nerds playing fucking D&D.
Get-
Fucking Star Wars.
They can hear you.
I guess I would. Can I do like a persuasion check or something? I don't really know. Oh shit! Maybe I should do a
absolutely.
persuasion check.
Roll a persuasion check.
And does he still have that inspiration?
He does.
Oh, I do. So can I add just so I'm clear? I can add the 1d8 to whatever I roll for my persuasion.
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay, let me find the d8. And the d8 is this one, right? The
Yep.
ass to ass pyramid.
It looks like two pyramids ass to ass.
Pyramids, ass to ass.
Okay, I rolled a 23.
Wow. He's like, he looks at him. He goes, "Well, I mean, what you're saying checks out, and what do we care? We got the guy, right? Gives a shit if it's the wrong Gand.
God bless Storm.
Anyway, go out the same way you came in, and you'll get your credits on the way out." And
Great.
you walk out, and as you're walking out, one of the stormtroopers goes, "Here's your paper," and he passes you over like credits. You don't understand why he says paper because they're like metal chips, and he passes you 5,000 credits.
That's all Gan was worth, really? After all this? Wow.
I bet Jeter
Wow.
would have gone for
And
more.
Gand is a little disappointed when he hears this echo down the hallway.
Yeah, F1 changes their mind about turning all their friends.
I mean, the Kemmergan looks at the, I guess, what would it be, a requisitions officer who would give this, and says, he was really difficult to get from the squid people.
Oh, was he hard to get? That's so sad. Did you have to kill some of the Quarren, some of the Mancala?
They have names?
Delicious people.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
I guess
Go
I'll just
get to your
take.
ship, bounty hunter.
All right. Racist.
What did you say? And he like draws his E11. He starts to unholster it.
The Kemmergan said nothing. and I want to like whip my cape around and walk away with the credits.
That's what I thought you said. And he like holsters his weapon as you walk back to the ship.
Racist.
You go. Go ahead.
Nothing.
Oh, you okay? The door closes before he can do anything to react. You go in and you get into the ship, and Brex is not at the helm. She comes back. She goes, "So is it? Are we all set? Can we leave?"
I flip on my shades. I throw them on my eyes, and I say, "Babe, the party's only just begun. Johnny Credits is here."
Wait, I thought you weren't supposed to do that till tomorrow.
Right. We just... All right,
I
proceed.
thought the plan was for us to leave. Should we leave now?
Yes, please do that, Brex. Thank you.
Johnny
Okay.
Credits says it is so you may leave.
Godspeed,
She-
Valet.
She goes and she gets into the cockpit, and she hears on the intercom, "Just stand by for clearance to leave." And she's like, she responds, "What? Well, we dropped off the prisoner. Stand by for clearance for takeoff."
What are they saying?
And then
What's
it just
going
cuts
on?
out. They're saying that we need to wait for them to give us clearance to leave.
Am I able to run to like a porthole or something just to see if is there any trouble outside? Are there like suddenly stormtroopers kind of rushing to the ship or something?
You run over to like a bay window that's near the airlock, and you can see that there's a guy at the air traffic control, and he's like kind of like furiously typing away. All of the you can only see two of them. The left side, the port side turrets, are both trained directly on the ship.
Oh,
That's all you can see right now.
all right. I'll wait.
Let's cut back to Gand. Gand, you're in the detention center, and you expect to be kind of beaten by the way they're treating you. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it. I meant to say the like the conference room, the interrogation room you're in.
Mhm.
And they say, "All right, book him." And one of them grabs you. They put a second pair of manacles on that are like laser manacles, and they take off your old ones.
Mhm.
And they walk you through into a very large room. It's kind of like the central room of the cell. It's it's long. You can see on the left side that there's a like that big blast door you saw from the outside. This seems to be where you could get in directly from the outside. And right by that door is an AT-AT. I mean an AT-ST. Excuse
The
me.
two-legged one.
Which that's the two-legged chicken walker that everyone would remember from The Mandalorian. They has the red eyes. You see that, and it's just kind of sitting there stationary. Walking through this room, you lose count. You figure there's at least 13 to 20 stormtroopers that seem to be walking out of the 4 or 5 various hallways that are attached. To your right, there's another security booth, and they seem to be just like keeping their eye on you. They walk you to the right, and you can see across the hallway the maintenance room that is supposed to go into the sewer. And they take you past that towards a jail cell. I mean, where the jail cells would be located. It opens up, and there's this very large counter, like a table, where there's 2 stormtroopers standing, and they seem to be taking orders from other planets and things of that nature as they're guarding the storm. Excuse me, I gotta slow down. They're guarding the jail cells. You see that there's a door to the right. You don't know what's in there, and then there's a double door to the left. They, the stormtrooper that's with you goes, "I've got that Gand they've been looking for," and one of them goes, "All right," and he like types in and goes, "Sector A, cell 127." So they then open this double door, and you go down two sets of or like a longer hallway, and you pass a row of like there's a door, and inside is a row of jail cells, and inside there you can see a KX unit. That's like the K2SO was a KX unit, and they walk you past another set, and you on your map there was only two sets of jail cells. They walk you past that to a third set, and that's where they take you. And they walk you in. You walk past one cell on your right is empty. One cell on your left is like this creature that's roughly the height of the Kemergen, and it's like completely covered in like pussy red scabs, and like the thing is disgusting. It looks like parts of it are brown, like big scar tissue. The thing is pretty horrifying. They throw you into the cell on the right after that, and the stormtroopers walk away, and the K2 unit starts to stand guard. There is no one in the cell directly across from you, which is the only cell you can see. Back on the ship, you guys get the clearance to take off. They say, all right, prisoner secured. You're free to leave.
We take
And
off.
Brax takes off. Very luckily, you guys are now free. You're in the system. What are you guys doing?
I think we should
for this
find a
evening?
place to land. Kind of be on standby.
Yeah, the next
So-
closest city.
You're trying to find a place to land on this planet that is
planet.
like raining hail. It's hailing.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure they've got underground garages.
Why don't because I don't want Brax to roll for it. I want one of you guys to roll a survival check.
I might have pretty decent survival. Let me look.
Check. I have a 0.
Yeah, I got decent survival. I can try.
I got a 4.
So do I.
Who
Who wants to do it?
Are you feeling lucky?
I'm not feeling particularly lucky, no. So go for it.
Well, now if I do it, it's probably gonna like fail.
Just roll it.
Do it.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. I got 19.
that's much better.
Wow. You search the planet high and low, and it doesn't seem like there is any form of civilization besides this prison.
Okay.
The prison seems to be like the focal point of this planet. You do manage to find a cave that has enough cover that you figure you can stay there without getting into any serious damage.
I think that's the next best option. We've got to stay close in case we need to get to Gand.
You figure you could probably, like now that you know where you are, you could probably get to the Gand, give or take 10 minutes, you could be at the landing platform.
Aren't we looking for sewers though?
Well, we know where the sewers are technically. My job tomorrow is when we return for F1's show, I've got to get to the anti-aircraft. So I've got to like sneak
Right.
in.
Hey,
And they're gonna believe that we're in a different ship. No, wait, are we He's going on the bike, right?
Oh yeah, he's going on the bike, so we have to get closer somehow again.
Choices.
Yeah, we have to
Look,
find
guys.
the bike would help Johnny Credits, outlaw persona, but if Johnny Credits needs to take a ship, it's what
Johnny
happens sometimes.
Credits is gonna be coming in on an empty planet, and a bike from nowhere.
Yeah, I mean,
Otherwise,
that's what we changed the name of the ship for, right? To like make it seem as if we're a different ship.
the slippery biscuit.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I'll do? I'll take the speeder and I'll park it outside, just in case. Just in case I need to get away. Worst case, or let's say best case, I just ride it straight into the Lucky Crest again.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna just wait to hear from Valere.
I mean,
Valere has no way of contacting.
Oh
you.
yeah, well,
I think he should ride in from nowhere.
okay,
I really
that's
do.
fine. I'm
Okay.
fine with that.
Yeah, I'm on board with
Yeah.
Mr. Jackson 035.
The
Yeah.
point is, we have to get close at some point again, but the name has been changed, so it should work.
I mean, what if we don't fly in the ship until, like, first of all, here's a question: how many people can fit on the speeder?
Just, I
I
imagine
think it's 2.
Oh,
It's 2.
Luke and Leia in episode 6.
What do you imagine if Luke and Leia were potentially holding a small child at the same time? They would have been able to still like maneuver that.
I think realistically 4 people could fit on it, but it's not going to be maneuverable. Or
No,
comfortable.
I would not
No.
say 4 people could fit on it. I would say that Luke, Leia, and an Ewok could have probably done it. So
Right. So what I'm saying is, could Jeter and F1 and the Kemmergan go, and we leave Pebbles and Brax behind on the ship, ready to come? Like that means that Jeter would have to take only what he needs.
But I mean, look, Johnny Credit, like that's not very cool if he comes in with like 2 passengers, you know.
No, you could drop us
Yeah.
off at the
you
entrance of
drop
the
us
sewer,
off at the sewer.
Right.
and
Okay.
then you come
I'm all
in
for
on
that.
your steel horse. You ride. You know.
Yeah. And instead of 6 strings, I have 6 holes in my skin flute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, windmill slams.
Throughout the night, for you, Valere, it's rather quiet besides the whimpering of a high-pitched like cry. You figure it's coming from that cell you passed by.
Are you all right?
You hear like a I'm terrified, and then the K2 unit walks over and goes, "Excuse me, sir. There'll be no talking, please."
Of course.
And this creature just continues to whine off in the corner, but you cannot see them.
All right. Anyone
Go
know
ahead.
where to find Ponda Baba? Just gonna call out.
The K2 unit goes, "Again, please. I must request that you must use no talk. You cannot talk. It would be a shame if I would have to physically restrain you."
Blair
And
didn't
then-
say nothing.
You hear from another cell, "Baba. He was gone last week."
Uh-oh.
And the K2 unit then like walks over to them and goes, "Excuse me, sir. I'm going to need to ask you to refrain from talking."
Gone where?
It starts to walk over to you and goes, "This will be your final warning. If I need to come back here, I will physically restrain you." And like that last cell like down the hall, you hear, "Transferred. Another prison."
Wah, wah.
What about Dr. Cornelius Ivison?
And the K2 unit comes over and it clicks a button on the wall
Wasn't
And-
Blair. Wasn't Blair.
and it walks in and goes, "I'm sorry, sir." And it just holds you down and squeezes. I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, no. Blair's not great at the whole charisma thing. Great Constitution though. That's a 16.
Okay, he like chokes you so hard that you feel like you're about to pass out, and just as you're about to, you close your eyes and you fake like you passed out. It releases and then walks out of the cell.
Wait, hold on. He was choking me? I don't have
Yes.
lungs.
Yeah.
I guess you succeed on your Constitution save regardless. Then automatic success.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pretend.
That's a pretty ruthless way of putting down prisoners. Just choke them till they pass out.
Well, wasn't
This
it
is
like a
the
bear
Empire.
hug?
You think
Was
the
it bear hug
Empire
or just
cares?
choking?
No, it was choking.
Oh, just straight up.
Like holding me up against a wall, probably.
No, holding you down against your bunk. As
Okay.
like his unblinking face like just stares at you.
I mean, let's be honest. It's only going to be terrible for about 43% of all inmates. The other 57, it's going to be right up their alley.
Bergen, I don't think
F1 knows those numbers.
I don't think you were here when we discovered that Blair just learned that Ponda Baba is not in this prison. He was transferred recently.
Of course. Of course.
So Blair might be in there for nothing.
Wait, the other one's in there, though, right?
Well,
We
he
don't
just
know.
asked about Dr. Cornelius Vison, but then they tried to choke Blair, but Blair doesn't breathe. But he's playing along.
So how would Blair play dead if he's got those bug eyes and no?
Just close.
Just go live.
Just, I mean, how do bugs die, right?
He curls up into a ball.
Yeah, exactly. So it is then. How's everyone feeling? We still got some energy.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah, maybe another half
Yeah, I
hour
mean,
or something.
it's past midnight here, but I can keep going.
Where I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So Brax like pulls open in the morning this map and shows you guys where the sewer entrance is, and she like kind of points out like exactly where it dumps out below this this prison. The prison's kind of like high up on a cliff, like a couple thousand feet up, so it drops down much lower in the cliff face.
Okay.
And she says, so do you want me to unload you guys there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll drop the gangplank. You guys are going to have to get your way in. I don't know if that means sawing your way in or what. And then I will go up to drop off
Johnny credits.
Johnny credits. Okay.
Foolproof.
That works for me. So she takes you guys down, and she just lowers the gangplank, and you guys are staying even with this. How are you? You get there, and it's got like a grate over the sewer end. How are you getting in?
Well, I have a fusion cutter. I mean, I'll just use a fusion cutter if it's like metal grating.
Okay, yeah, I think you could do that with ease. You cut open the fusion cutter, and there's a trickle of this sewage going down.
All right, Kemmergan and I assume Pebble are with me.
I would assume if that's how you guys want to do it.
So the three of us enter, and and I'm like just kind of like back in the mode of being a clone, kind of throwing up the hand signals and just kind of starting to make our way in.
You guys follow this this path, and it goes down about 20 to 30. No, it goes about 30 feet in, and then it slants up like at a 35-degree angle. So you're now like holding on. There's like handrails on there as you're trying to like climb up, and there's sewage coming down, covering you guys. It smells awful. Why don't we make Constitution saves for the two of you? I'll roll for Pebble.
Okay.
God. I did not roll well.
19.
19, Kemmergan, you have been through the filth before. You've bathed in your own friend's blood. I think this doesn't bother you almost at all.
I rolled a 5.
No.
You and Pebble both like are just vomiting all over yourselves, and Pebble's just like swearing up a storm, like fucking bullshit. It's not what I fucking signed up for. Throws up on himself. He goes, "It doesn't fucking matter. I'm already covered in shit." And he's making it very unpleasant. You guys get to a upward pipe, and it's got like a ladder, and you start like climbing up this ladder. And that you see that there's ports that say like level 0, and it goes up, and you figure you're going to the top level since that's where you originally parked. So you guys are just gonna climb up, and it looks like it's gonna be 15-20 minutes just to climb up there.
Whew. All right, we're doing it.
Meanwhile, I'm assuming F1 wastes no time to make his grand entrance.
Black feather boa, sunglasses, tinted, very cool.
Sunglasses on a droid.
Sunglasses on a droid, baby.
Okay.
Got to.
You got to.
Brax lifts you up to the platform. The hail has ceased. It's just like a light frost. She lowers the gangplank so that you're like right above the landing pad, and she says on the clearance, she's like, this is the, what do we say this fucking ship's called now?
We had a
This
list
is the
of names.
Violent Wrench.
The slippery biscuit. Oh, right, the violent wrench.
The Violent Wrench.
This is the Violent Wrench. We're here for a special performance by Johnny Credits.
And then
And she goes,
at that, I hit the accelerator and I blast out of the wrench.
you're flying over, out of the wrench. You're flying down towards the platform, and she just hears, Johnny Credits. Who the hell is Johnny Credits? We don't have any performers. What are you talking about?
I flick up my collar as I continue to walk. I dismount the bike and I sashay.
I like to think that like you, as you're landing, like the cart's just about to hit the thing and you jump off. Give me a performance check.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with
You got
advantage
this.
because of my
You
shades.
got this.
With advantage, Spencer.
I'm gonna say yeah with advantage because you've had a lot of time to think of how you're gonna do this.
Double twos.
Oh god.
You go to jump off your speeder bike, and your foot gets stuck under one of the like the brake pads, and you just like whip back and land like. So when the speeder bike lands, you're landing like more or less on your back. It is not cool at all.
I have an inspiration from last session. Can I spend it? Spencer?
Yeah, you can, but it's
I'll
gonna be a
wait.
straight roll. Okay.
I'll wait.
All right.
And that's that's actually an 11, by the way. With so I don't eat it. I just kind of don't look that great.
Okay, you land like no cool, no flash. You just land the speeder bike.
Yeah.
I'm
a working man.
At this point, 4 snow troopers come out, and they all have their E11s trained on you, and they're like, "What's the meaning of this?"
Hey, I kind of push past them. Johnny Credits, I'm here for the show, and I just kind of like push
You will
past
stand
them.
down, civilian, and they now have their blasters all aimed directly at your head.
Hey, who? Didn't you talk to my agent, Scotty Moore? What's going on here? Hey, I'm just here for the show. I got my papers right here. What else do you need?
Okay, roll a performance check.
Come on.
With disadvantage.
Come on now, F1.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, if you want to burn your inspiration, you can do a straight roll.
Okay, I just rolled twice, so I'll roll one more time. This is with my inspiration. That's a No, natural 20.
Oh, thank God.
That's a 29 total. 29 total.
Wow. All right. Put a
Oh,
check
yeah.
mark next to your performance.
Can I say, I flip down my shades and I say, I'm Johnny Credits. I'm here for the show. I flip up my collar a second time and I just walk past him.
Wow. They must have gotten us a performer for the, like an ISO show. This is great. Come on in. They start like waving you in, and they bring you into that security room. In the first room, the security officer's like, "What's the meaning of this?" This is Johnny Credits. He's here to put on a show. Johnny Credits? We don't have any Johnny Credits putting on a show for you lot.
Hey, babe. I don't choose where I go. The wind kind of blows in my direction, and I follow it. I'm here for the show.
So he like just kind of disregards you. They take you down the hall past where that interrogation room was originally into like this long like conference room, and you can see that down the hall from here is like the troopers barracks, and they go, yeah, come on out, guys. And they, like, some groggy guys that are not in their stormtrooper armor come out and they go, hey, Johnny Credits is here to play for us. And that's what's kind of going on their end.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm here to improve the lives of your inmates, make sure they don't revolt. This is really for you more than anything. I used to be a prisoner here, and now I'm giving back to the world, Johnny Credits.
You kind of are like start speaking their language. I'm not even going to ask you to perform again. I think that you have realistically now have like 10 of these stormtroopers completely immersed, like they're 100% distracted. Not so much that they're getting people out of their working shifts, but anyone that was off duty is now completely into what you're doing.
Hey guys, look, I got a show soon. Let's bring all the inmates into the cafeteria. Let's play a show for them,
We can't do that. They, the inmates have to stay in solitary.
What are you talking? Hey, I thought I was supposed to give back to the roustabouts living here. What's going on here? I got my paperwork right here. It's signed, documented, officiated. What's going on?
They like look at your holopad and they're like, this just doesn't make sense. We would never entertain our prisoners.
Just fucking entertain them.
You know what? Maybe you'll change your mind after this. And I open this guitar case. It's this really nice case. It's really big. And I pull out this little flute. I say, all right, boys, get ready for this. And I play Space Folsom Prison blues.
Okay. And it's awesome and totally not copyright infringing.
Because you're playing a skin flute.
You guys are climbing, and you finally get to this top level where the plans had said you would need to get out. And you move a grate that's like up on top, and just a pile of shit starts like flushing down on you. Who's first in line?
Probably the strongest, Kemmergan.
Kemmergan, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. I got a 5.
Oh God! Don't you have advantage?
Yeah.
As a berserker, doesn't he have advantage on any dexterity saves?
I think it's only on strength checks when he's raging.
No,
when I'm
there's
raging.
There's like a danger sense or something they tend to have. No.
Oh, there is danger sensibility, absolutely, for any surprises. Hold on. There is that. I'll just pull that up real fast. What is danger sense? I'm also alert, so like I can't be. I have that feat. Where is danger sense? You have an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects you can see, such as traps and powers.
Isn't that a force power?
No, bro. It's like
It's
a
a
basic thing
danger
that
sense
berserkers can do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll again.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Is that cool?
All
right.
Yeah.
The
Don't
JM has spoken.
don't kill my berserker.
Oh my god.
Same number.
I got the exact same roll.
Incredible.
Fuck. Jeter, you're next in line. Make a dexterity saving throw as he loses his grip and falls towards
Oh
you.
shit. All right. That's better. That's a 18 plus 5.
Okay, with a 23, not only do you manage to hold on tight while you're like this shit's coming down at you, he falls past you and you reach down, you grab the cloak, and he's hung up by his neck, but he is not falling, and he manages to grab onto his cloak and like scurry his way back up.
All right, I'll kind of like scoop him up, and then I'm done climbing. From this point on, I'm just going to use my jetpack to get to the final stretch.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we both have jetpacks.
You guys are done climbing. You're now like at a horizontal pass. This is where on the map you would see there's like that like pit. You can use the colored map if you want.
Okay. This is what I have for now. Is the black one. This is like this area that I've highlighted. Is this the right?
I'd have to wait for it to load. All I see is the landing platform.
Okay, it'll move in a sec. I think I've got it. I remember you showing it to us.
Yeah. Anyways, you like there's a long hallway after that. That's the hallway you're now in.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll just work down that hallway.
You now like it's so tight that the Kemmergan can walk, but you and Pebble are gonna have to start like army crawling through.
Now, just to be clear, this hallway we're in, its wall isn't directly against where the jail cells are, is it? Because if it is, then I would recommend we put the breaching charge right here.
It is, but it's thicker, and they made it clear that at the very end of the hall there was a thin point.
Okay, gotcha. So that's what we'll do. We'll move our way down there. Once we're in position, I think Jeter would like message F1 with his communicator, and just say, "We're in position. When you feel it's the right time and everyone's distracted, give us the sign."
I begin soloing, and I use man, it's hard to see in these sunglasses. I use encrypted message, and I send back to Jeter.
Blair, while you're sitting in there waiting, while this is all happening, they're landing and getting into place. The K2 unit leaves the hallway, and a guy wearing this black plate armor. He has a black helmet, like it kind of is shaped like a bowl cut, and it has a visor that's down over his face. He walks up to your cell, and he leans over and he goes, "I've been expecting you, Gand."
It's Blair. Who are you?
Blair. Still, it's good to finally meet you. Do you have what I've been seeking for?
Blair's gonna ask the questions. Who are you?
Of course. And he hits his visor, and it comes up, and yeah, according to the chat, they're right. It's Dark Helmet. No, the visor comes up, and now it's just like a wide, like circular bowl cut shaped helmet, and you see a familiar face because it's the face of Azulus.
What?
And he leans
And
in
remind
and
us what
goes,
Azulus looks like.
Azulus is this like 6'4", like big built, red skinned guy with like a bunch of like dangling things. They're kind of like face sticks all over his face.
He kind of looks like
They're
Terry
tendrils.
Crews, right?
Yes, he looks like a red Terry Crews with face sticks.
I can't drop a image into the chat, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, right? Does it work on Twitch?
You'll just
You can drop a link.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have to upload it somewhere, right?
Put it to our Hangouts. I think we can figure it out from there, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. And he leans down and he goes, "Do you recognize me, Gand?"
No.
Roll a perception check.
That's a 13.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in reality, you probably do recognize this guy.
Oh, sure. It's more. Valera's speaking to the fact that I don't recognize who you are anymore.
Oh, and he goes, "Huh. I don't recognize you either. But I saw you in a Force vision recently. I am the fourth brother, and you have the Sith holocron that I want. And I can sense it. It's close, isn't it?"
Valera's just gonna walk up to the bars here, just arms out. Come and take it.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought he was Azulus, not the fourth brother.
It's not what he says.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
And he like walks in. It's not bars, by the way. It's like a laser, you know,
Oh, like a force field.
Force field. And he walks up and he goes, "You don't have it on you." And he closes his eyes, and you see him like reach out and almost touch the force field. And he goes, "It's on your ship. It's close." And then he looks over at the wall. He goes, "They'll be in any moment."
What?
Should I deal with them or should I go get my holocron?
You could try to get your holocron. We all know you won't.
He smirks and says, "Very well." And he walks out of the hallway. And I want, Jeter, why don't you roll me an initiative?
Sure.
Let's see if you manage to set it off before he leaves the hallway.
Okay, Bergen's dice that he gave me. Here we go.
The ball dice. Here we go.
The ball dice. Yeah, it's been rolling shit for me all night, and it's still not stopping. So, what was the initiative you said? Okay, so that's a total of 11.
He rolls a natural 20.
God damn it.
The stream is just I love it. He walks out, and then the wall blasts behind him as his door closes, and you guys come rushing in.
Do they smell us before they see us?
Oh yeah. I would imagine that as soon as it blows, like once the smell of like sulfur sort of subsides, it's just a smell of shit. And suddenly it's just panic. What you've done is you've hit a like a wire, and all of the grids on your like detention block and have now gone out.
Oh,
So
nice.
your cell is open, this person at the end's open, all these empty cells, and then the one person that you haven't been able to see, all of those are open. The two K2 droids, one from the next hall over and the one that was supposed to be in yours, come out and they start immediately are ready to attack. So why don't we all roll some initiative?
Woo!
Oh boy.
Now we're in it.
Third dice roll of the game, baby.
Oh, now I roll well.
Not me.
Cool. Can't be Azulus. Exciting.
Give me a second. Sometimes the improved initiative makes me relog in
Yeah.
for reasons I don't
I sent
understand.
you my level 5 HP.
Oh yeah, we could edit those all right quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spencer, I got nowhere to be, so take your time.
You got it, dude. Oh, I also can change Gan to Belair.
Yeah.
He's got a certain flair about him.
What is your new HP, Valer?
37.
Okay. Kemergan.
I'm 55.
Nice.
Oh wait, but my not my roll, right? My health.
Your health.
Yes.
Should have done this beforehand. I apologize. F1?
44.
Nice.
I rolled max.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
great. And Jeter.
Dirty 33.
Is that a saying? Dirty 3?
I just like to say dirty instead of 30. Yeah.
Oh.
33 health, and my initiative is 18.
Really?
Did you hear me?
That's incredible.
I just don't believe it.
Oh, my initiative is 24.
Okay, I'm not quite there. I'm also going to send the link because it did change.
Oh, okay.
And I will throw that right into our Twitch chat.
You guys should wait until our shopping episodes.
Yeah. Next session's going to be all action, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
Next session, all shopping.
All shopping, all the time. Browsing, mostly.
Mostly.
Window shopping.
Yeah, window shopping. Store to store. Spencer's great at this. He makes all the stores right down to the smallest detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like crate and round crate.
Crate and
Blair, what is your initiative?
Blair got a 22.
Nice. Kemergan.
24.
All right. Jita.
18.
F1.
8.
All right. He's very distracted. Maybe doesn't even hear the explosion.
I'm in the zone.
Okay. First up is the fourth brother. You guys do not see him. And only Valer is even aware of his existence. What he does.
But to be clear, we don't currently see him. Like, once the hole was blown, is he in that hallway?
No, he is out of this hallway. He was already in the detention center by the time you blew the hole.
Gotcha.
It's incredible.
What he is up to is an unknown.
He's probably going to go watch the show.
Kemergan,
Yes.
it is your move first. You've just come out of this like dirty hole. You see, which is a typical Friday night. You see that all of these cells have blown open, and there are two KX series droids that are like armed and like pointing at you.
Yeah. I am going to use Vinox Instinct to jump 30 feet and land right in front of those droids.
Okay. That's awesome. You like leap into the air, and I'd actually say you jump off like parkour off the two walls, jumping back and forth until you land in front of one of the KX series droids. I'd say it's the one that would have been closer for this hallway.
So the thing is about the Vinox Instinct, I just got to pull it up. I'm supposed to like, it is, I do damage when I land.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Leveling up reminded me I had more abilities than just hit things.
Nonsense. You're a barbarian. Of course you only hit things.
I'm a berserker in Star Wars.
What's the difference?
So Fearnox Instinct. So I leap and then I am supposed to deal kinetic damage equal to my strength modifier for each creature within 5 feet of where I land. So that is +3 damage to both of them, I guess, if they're next to each other.
I'd say that that's reasonable that you could hit both. All right, that's awesome. Does that count as your action?
That counts as. Oh shit. Yes, that would be my action, but I raged beforehand. I have to do it while raging. Fuck.
Okay.
I have to do that.
I
Is that
would
cool?
say that if you were going to do it and you had to rage, then it is acceptable that you would have raged.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Um,
Sorry.
no, that's super. That's awesome. So you've landed by both of them. They've both gotten damaged.
And shit just paints the walls.
Oh yeah, of course. Every time you jump, there's like a little like your feet print on the wall, like covered in this green filth.
Just yeah. We're redecorating.
I'm actually just glad we didn't come across a fucking something or other.
No, you got lucky. I did roll for it, but you didn't hit it. So,
Really? Nice.
Valaire.
All right, so Valaire is going to do his best to chase down Azulus.
Okay, you're gonna run out and you're just gonna run right past these KX series droids and try and hit them. Hit up Azulus.
Yeah, if I have to pass within melee of them, I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage so they don't get attacks of opportunity. If there's a way I can run around them, though, I'm going to use it to dash.
I'd say it's only a 10-foot wide hallway. I don't think it's feasible that you could run past them without them incurring attacks of opportunity.
So I'm going to use it to disengage then and get past them that way.
Okay. What is your movement?
Speed is 30.
Okay. If you do this, you actually will only just get to them. You'll get to the second droid.
Okay.
It's a bonus action to disengage, right?
Right. But that doesn't give me any extra movement. That just means they can't attack.
No, but then you can use 60 feet total.
Yeah, you could dash and use your bonus action to disengage. Isn't that?
Oh, no. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I understand.
I'm just following Azulus. Yeah, I'll use my regular action to dash, my bonus action to disengage to get past them.
Okay, I'd say
So,
that you're able to get
dash.
almost to the end of the hallway. You're like right around the corner. You'd remember would get to the door where Azulus would have gone out.
Okay.
Free action. Do you say anything to your buddies as you're running past them?
Oh, do I see him?
Yeah.
Yes, they're like right at the end of your hallway.
All right. Ponderbubba's gone. Cornelius might. Sorry, Dr. Cornelius Vizon might still be.
Did you find him? Did you see him?
Not yet.
Bloody hell! On my turn, I'm just going to start like shooting at anything that isn't us.
Okay, so it is your turn. I'm assuming that means you're going to shoot the two KX series droids?
Yes, and I ask for the big guns from Pebble. I'm going to ask for the concussion rifle that I believe I got from Ludal Oud. So I'm going to use my close quarters combat ability to attack twice, but I'm not going to be able to add my proficiency.
That's awesome. Pebble, the pro he is, takes off his back the roll of guns, and he unrolls it, and you see that he's like lined this bag with some sort of like plastoid, and he just pulls out your gun. It's crystal clean, not an ounce of shit on it, and throws it to you. Rolls them back up and throws it onto his back.
All right, I roll a 13 and a 9.
They both miss.
Damn.
As your fingers are unfortunately still covered in shit, even though the gun is not.
I try to wipe it anywhere that might be dry, and then I'm going to, probably between my legs, and then I'm going to try again. Same thing with my extra attack where I can go twice, but I'm not going to be able to add the proficiency or whatever. So, okay, so that's a 19 plus 5 and a 12 plus 5.
Those are both going to hit.
Okay,
are
great.
you going for just one droid, or are you trying to shoot one then the other?
I'll focus on one droid. I'll say like the first two kind of went to one, and then I'm switching over to another. So, since they both hit, that's going to be 6d8.
Holy shit! This is a fireball?
No, this is the concussion rifle. That
I
hits
know.
twice.
I'm saying it's the equivalent of a fireball from 5e.
but it's
You're
a pointed
thinking
laser.
86 instead of 68.
Yeah, exactly. So first one is going to be 10. 11. That's
Is that gonna hit me too?
no 13. I guess, concussion damage or energy damage to the droid, and it has to make a dex save of 13 or fall prone.
It rolls a natural 16.
Okay, and then the second hit is going to deal. That's 14 energy damage, and I think it needs to make another dex save.
It rolls a dirty 13.
So it beats. So all right, so it's still up.
So it is still up, but it is looking super bad. Like you shot 2 right square in the chest. Like the scene from Rogue One, it's like starting to cripple under its own weight.
I would probably also try to move into some kind of position. If we're at the, you said we're like kind of at the end of the hall.
Yes.
Is there any way I can kind of like tuck up against the corner there and be out of there?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's what I'll do.
You fold up into the corner, and you look over your shoulder like as you do it, and you see that horrible creature that I was telling Gant about. It's like short, covered in scabs. Seems like some of them are even open wounds. It's a really terrible looking thing.
Ooh. All right. It doesn't look like the doctor though. I'm ignoring it.
It is not the doctor that you know of. It's now the KX series droids. The first one is going to. I mean, they're both just going to attack the Kemergan. He's right in front of them.
Is it slippery shit?
He is slippery with shit. One rolls a 10, which I'm assuming misses, and the other one rolls a 22.
Do I have any kind of advantage because I am a slippery shit
Negative.
right now?
No.
Okay. Yeah, the 22 will hit.
He reaches over his head and just slams down on you. Sorry. And he deals you 9 points of damage, which is halved, so 4 points of damage.
Okay.
You like?
Do you round
bonks you
down
on the
when
head.
it's halved?
Yes, you always round down for damage.
Okay.
F1, you're dancing in the other room and have not heard any commotion.
Well, I feel like I've been performing with them for at least a minute. So what I'm going to use is my performer feat. Basically, I making a contested roll against all the guards, against their insight. I have a persuasion check, and whoever gets the highest, well, if I beat them, they are charmed for a minute.
So what do they have to beat?
I'm going to roll right now. They have to beat a 12. Which is
It's
a 3
against their
plus
wisdom.
9. That's insight.
They have to beat a 12.
Yeah.
Out of the 10, only 4 failed. So those 4 are charmed. Are the rest of them aware that they have been charmed or no?
I don't think so. I think it's just my hypnotic fluting. No, it doesn't say it. It doesn't say it.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say that 4 of these guys are charmed. The rest are not.
Okay, and does that use my action?
Yes, that definitely would use your action.
Okay, and can I cast? I'm sorry. Let's see. Potent aptitude. Can I give potent aptitude to one of my companions?
I think you have to be able to see them. Is that not part of the thing?
Reading it now. 60 feet of you, who can hear you? Okay.
There you go.
So,
Yeah. Let me look this up.
yeah.
Within 60 feet of you, who can hear you?
My voice does carry. It's very sultry. And I have my My flute I'm playing
So
also.
here's the thing: is I'd argue that Jeter can hear you based on your comm link. However, he's far more than 60 feet from you.
Okay, that's fine then. That's the end of my turn.
All right.
You actually got a flute?
Come again?
Oh no.
It sounds just like that, but better.
What the hell
great.
was that?
I came prepared with props today.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, so that's
Oh.
not a noise you need to be worried about.
It's a recorder. I thought it was a woman shrieking. I didn't have the camera open, so I thought someone was getting stabbed.
Technically, it's a penny whistle in the key of D, but yeah.
Jeez, what's the difference? It is now the
Ta-ta-ta.
fourth brother's turn. He is going to do something. Who knows what?
Oh, Spencer, you keep us in the suspense.
That was not a useless fact. You lied. That's not a useless fact. You're building in like hints and Easter eggs, aren't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you honestly think that last week it mattered what planet Aunt Beru is from originally? I don't think it matters.
I think she'd return there first. Once she faked her death, that's where she'd return to.
It is my goal to give you every week an absolutely useless piece of fucking garbage.
Well, then I made a mental connection that doesn't exist because, like, obviously you were talking about a shapeshifter's gun. The fourth brother's got to be a shapeshifter.
I mean, that's a good theory there.
Oh,
well,
maybe it wasn't so useless there, huh?
It's a bold theory, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
I see Spencer writing down notes right now.
Furiously.
Change backstory.
No, absolutely not. Kemmergan, it is your turn.
So I have a question.
I have an answer.
So the Kemmergan, you know, he dual wields, right? And so usually the bonus action is the second attack, right?
Yes.
But then I've now got this ability extra attack. Does that just mean that's a third attack, not like two more attacks, right?
So this is interesting. The way it works is I'm going to rule it works the same way as in D&D 5e.
Okay.
You get your attack, which is with your main hand weapon, and then you get your extra attack, which is also with your main hand weapon. That counts as one action. The bonus action is your offhand attack. So say your main hand is your vibromace, you can attack with that twice, and then your tech axe once, or whichever is your main hand. But that's basically how it works.
I see.
So like let's say that, you know, you for theory had something large like a lightsaber, and then you have something small like a dagger. The idea is you can strike twice with the lightsaber and then once with the dagger.
I see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna fuck some shit up. Let me hit like I guess the closest droid next to me with my vibromace.
Okay, absolutely.
So I'm gonna roll. I got a 22.
Wow, that definitely hits.
Okay, cool. Give me a second. So that's my first attack, right? Oh, fuck yeah. And I'm raging, right? Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay, so that is, just give me a second. I gotta actually calculate this. Because I am not great with math, guys. So
Most barbarians aren't.
you know, that hurts, Spencer. You know, I can make fun of it because it's me.
Hey, Gerald, if you get
just
some
give me a
shade,
second.
you can hide your tears while you're playing.
So I hit for 17.
Wow, that is a that's a heck of a load of damage. He is
Yeah, level
now
5, baby.
He is now circuited, I guess. He's like you see like you slam into him with this mace, and like a bolt of like sparks comes out of his chest cavity.
Cool. I'm gonna hit again with my vibromace. I hope. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Crush
So
them.
what does that mean for my damage? What does that mean for
It
my
means
damage?
you roll double the dice.
I rolled double the dice?
Yes.
Yep.
Nice. That's so exciting. Okay. So let's do this. Give me a second. That is 15.
Okay. You use your mace and you just swing right for the spot where you hit him before, and it just like caves in and his entire chest cavity explodes, and he falls and the lights turn off in his eyes.
Okay, and then the other one.
It's barely
I'm
clinging
gonna-
on.
What?
The other one is barely clinging on to life.
Okay, I want to hit him with an electrifying tech
Okay.
axe.
Finish him.
Well, let's see. Oh no, I guess not. Natural one.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Brutal.
You go to hit
Oh
him.
yeah.
The dice
You just like
giveth and they take
go
it
to
away.
hit him, and as you do, yeah, that's the duality of man right
Uh-huh.
there. The sparks just fly out from behind you, and you like turn your head for just the slightest of seconds, and it makes you swing short. Valaire, it's your turn. You're almost at the end of this hallway.
All right. Blair's just going to keep tailing Azulus here. So I'm going to do my regular movement, trying to go around this corner and catch up with him. Do I see him?
With your regular movement, you go through this this corner and through a door that opens up automatically as you get to it, and you see the Azulus figure. He's standing at the security checkpoint where he would have, like, where you got checked in originally, like at the detention center. He's got a double-ended lightsaber that has like a ring around his hand. And you see on the ground the Imperial officer is dead at his feet, and he's like standing in front of the intercom, and he looks over at you.
All right. That's the only dead officer. There's no other officers in the area.
No.
Okay. Well, then I guess Azulus is going to do the only thing he can do. He's going to run up and attempt to do an Assassin's Creed style, like hidden blade coming out from his wrist.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
And I'm going to use my inspiration on this to get some advantage.
All right.
Oh, so close. I got a natural 19, almost a 20. So that's a 24.
With a 24, you run up. He looks over at you. You jump onto like the security console, jump over him, and stab him like right in the like below the neck. Roll your damage.
Ooh, do I get sneak attack damage with that?
Absolutely. He didn't see you coming.
Oh, shit. Okay.
This is awesome, but I don't know what Valaire's plan is.
Vlair's working it out. So let's see. That is 11 sneak attack damage plus 4 regular. So 15 total.
Okay, you stab him in the neck, and he like just takes his other hand and puts it on the wound and just wipes it off.
Like it never happened.
Like it
not,
never
not
happened.
like it's healing.
Yeah, like it never happened, and looks over at you, and he's just like, "You're going to make this difficult, aren't you?"
Dude, he's gotten stronger.
Jeter, it's your turn.
Jeter knows that every second that we don't have our quarry and we're not on our way out of here is the closer they're going to get to us. So Jeter is actually going to push past the bloodied KX droid. He wants to spend movement and action, if he's got to get into like where the prisoners are. Can I do that?
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that you could reasonably, with an action, you could try and slice the door to the next set of prison cells.
I thought it was all like unlocked because of what we blew up.
Just the quadrant that, or like the section that
Okay.
Gand was in, or Valor was in.
Oof, I'm not very good at slicing. I don't have anyone to help me though, so I guess I have no choice. I'm going to try to open it. I have Analyze, which is a tech power, but it's not really like a unlock. Oh, you know what? I could actually make my second level spell ability Release, which is a unlock tech power.
There you go.
I think I'm going to do that because the situation calls for it. I will type in the data pad and use the release function to unlock the door.
Okay, this door opens, and you like see that there is 8 cells in this hallway. I would say that you do not have enough movement to start investigating these cells.
All I want to do is I open the door and I say, "Oh shit, yeah." I can assume then that everything in here is locked too, huh?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just.
But they just have like data pads next to them.
Jeter
It
is
looks
just
like
gonna
it's just
scream out,
on off.
"Dr. Cornelius Everson, if you want to live, fucking let me know where you are."
You hear 4 different cells, people yelling, "I'm Cornelius."
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm Cornelius. Also, does an 18 hit?
An 18, yes, but no, because I will use a reaction to cast shield.
Okay, awesome. So as you were going by, they took an attack.
Yeah,
of
I'll
opportunity
burn
and
my
did not hit
reaction
you.
to put up a shield. So until my next turn, I have that shield.
Yes. On the last maneuver, I'm gonna actually tag that you have shielded. The KX unit is going to try and just like relentlessly strike down on Kemergan, and it rolled a natural 20 that just as I was watching it settle, it turned and hit a 14.
Oh, thank
so
God.
it
Nice.
rolled a 21.
Yeah, I mean that hits.
Could have been worse.
I guess.
He deals 7 points of damage, so that's 3 points of damage as he again slams down on your head, and it's more like a light bop because of your furry covering.
But he messed up my slicked up hair.
Your
Which is now
slicked up
slick with
hair
shit.
was already pretty fucked up from all the shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. F1, you're now in the other room. You still have not heard any commotion.
I'd like to try and charm the rest of the people that I didn't get.
Okay.
So they got a beat.
Do they have advantage since they succeeded on the last one?
You know what? I'll give it to them. They got to beat a 28.
They got to beat a 28?
19 plus 9, my friend.
Holy shit.
I'm dabbing. You guys can't see it right now, but in the chat you'll see it. I'm dabbing.
Okay. And, yeah, I mean, they would have had to roll natural 20, and none of them did. So the rest of them, now all 10 of these guys are charmed by you.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Time for the orgy.
Yeah.
And I remind me, charmed is like, let's say I wanted them to give me all their money. Would they do that?
They consider you like a close acquaintance.
Yeah, they probably
They're
would.
like, they're not gonna hurt you. Yeah, I'd say they'd probably just be like, yeah, here's my money.
Guys, I have a tip hat right here. If you want to buy my CDs, just give me all your money. I can send everything to you. That'll be great.
The 5 that are not in uniform are like, I'll go get my money out of my bunk, and the rest of them are like, oh, I don't carry money in my uniform, but I wish I could support you.
I have a Venmo if you have that. And that'll end my turn.
Awesome. So I'm gonna just make a note. That's third.
And Spencer, really quick before they go, their bunks are super close by. Like they just came out of their bunks,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Right next to you. It's
I
like the
didn't
next
want
room
them like
over.
wandering around in the prison.
Of course. Okay. On his turn, it is now the 4th brother's turn, and he looks over at you, Blair, and he goes, if you want to make this difficult for me, I will make this difficult for you. And he does not attack you. He leans down and he clicks a button on the intercom and goes, there's been a break-in in the detention center. All men to the detention center.
Son of a bitch.
Guys, you don't want to go to the detention center. You want to stay here, right? Let's listen to some more music.
I think that's where we're gonna end this session.
God damn it.
Aw.
All right.
Oh.
Well, there's only like 20 or 30 stormtroopers, right?
Yeah, at least they're on the other side of the.
And
It might buy us a round or two.
And an ATST.
And Spencer, I feel like I charmed like 30 of them, is what you said.
10.
Well, okay, agree to disagree.
5 of them are out of uniform, by the way. I'm making a note of that. Thanks, guys. This was a great session. Hope you guys are confused about the 4th brother.
Where does the fourth brother exist? Like, in what media? Anything or no?
So in Star Wars Rebels and in the game Fallen Order, they talk about the brothers and sisters.
Okay.
The 4th brother is never directly mentioned.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
Little creative liberty there.
All right, well, till next time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you guys that are doing your other podcasts, your other shows, you want to talk about those?
Yeah, if you like our stuff, also check out Mayday Roleplay. That's where I do some stuff with some other friends of mine.
Yep. And you can also check out critsquad.com or look up Crit Squad on your favorite podcasting thing. We do a similar thing to Mayday Roleplay where we play through a game, edit it down so it sounds like a radio play, add in the sound effects, music, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And if you're at a grocery store, the store brand is usually bottled at the same place that the other products are, so you're getting a better deal. Same product.
That's usually true.
I would also do a shout out to the Twitch stream, one of my favorite Twitch streams, Play Games with Sebla. Just check that out.
Nice. All right, till next time. Bye-bye.
All right.
Live long and prosper, my
Bye.
friends.
May
Yeah, live
the
long and
force
prosper.
be with you.